We're live. At least we should be live.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Eat this thing.
No one's in the wrong position. We're all good.
Yeah, we're good. Oh my god.
We're good.
Hey,
Shadow,
look at
you're great at this.
Professional streamer, guys.
Yeah.
Coming back after, like, how long has it been? Like 3 weeks, maybe?
Been about three weeks, I think. 3.5
forever.
weeks. It's been a while. Too long.
Way too long. So that means the chaos energy is going to be big for this session.
I could feel it. I could feel it brewing before stream. Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone cross your fingers that Gubby's computer doesn't explode.
Yeah. I had to
Ooh, do
bring
you
out
have your peas?
Yeah, I have the peas. Except I
The
ran out
pea
of
meta, it's here.
I ran out of peas because I ate them all. So it's edamame tonight.
Oh, okay, I mean,
Yeah.
close second.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that works.
And
But-
yes,
but-
since Trifford brought this up in chat, I would just like to address. I am technically no longer sick, but I do have a little bit of lingering, like phlegm and cough and stuff. So, trying to do voices might cause me to cough a bit, or I might get a random coughing attack. But that's also not uncommon normally. So, but yes, I am better. Aside from some lingering phlegm issues, as I said. So yes, and I'm glad to be back. And I am excited to play some D&D with my friends in the Shadow Crew. Yeah. So, thank you to Arvin Elron for hosting us on his channel. I am Shadow Mage, he, him pronouns. I am your host for this evening and the Dungeon Master for this campaign, which at some point someone called the group the Shadow Crew, and it stuck because I lead the group through the adventures. And currently, our Shadow Crew in this campaign is made up of Yoi Goin Lin, Hoodie from Oh My God a Truck, Tilted Gaming, and Drew the Damager. So I'll pass off the reins to Yoi, also known as Gubby, to
Haha.
introduce themselves, tell everyone a little bit about yourself, and remind everyone who your character in this campaign is.
Yes, so as has already been foreshadowed and foretold, I am in fact Yoigo Wayne Lin, also known as Gubby, he, they pronouns, game and fiction writer, and tonight, as I have for the past 34 nights of this campaign, and now 35th night, we'll be playing Peach Candleheart, a barn owl Aarakocra Echo Knight fighter who loves his father very much,
And is
without
currently
complication.
yes, and is currently very angry.
Is currently very angry, except he's calmed down a little bit. Just a little bit, because
Just
he's
a
We
running
little
to a
managed to
bit.
catch up
theater.
and somewhat calm the situation.
Yeah, he's in a theater now. He saw a ghost. There's a play going on. There's
Mhm.
been a handoff of a mysterious item. So, he's focused again. He's still a little bit angry, but he's remembering it's not good to break the law in a public place or in a place where you can be caught. So, yes. And a thing about me is that my computer is currently resting on a bag of frozen edamame because it is a piece of trash. So handing it off to the next person now.
Yeah. So we'll move along to Hoodie. Please tell everyone a little bit about the person that you are in real life, kind of. and
Kind of.
and
Are you even a person?
You can't put it like that, Shadow. That kind of request brings up the deep lore.
I want the deep lore about Hoodie.
Okay. Okay. I got deep lore. My name is Hoodie. He, him pronouns. The deepest lore I can think of is my favorite toast is rye toast. That's it. I am playing the adorable blonde-haired, green-eyed, cherubic basil glauberpot, 37-year-old Lightfoot halfling alchemist artificer. And one day, I promise you, I will do the intro in another language. I've been dreaming about it. I'm just speaking Spanish randomly off the rip for no reason. One of these days, I don't know which language, but I will learn it and I will do it.
I mean, one of these days I'll give the intro in English, but yeah.
Wait a minute.
I could probably stumble through trying to do it in French. It wouldn't be very good, but I could try.
Yeah, I have a tenuous grasp on English as it is, so I'm scared about any other language really.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
do any of you speak Portuguese?
No.
I could do it in Portuguese.
Hey.
Okay, hold on. Let me get up Google Gemini to listen to this. So you want to do it for me real quick here?
all right. Well, thank you, Hoodie. We will move along to then go to Tilted Gaming. Please introduce yourself and give a little introduction of your character in our campaign.
Why, yes, of course. Hello, I am Tilted Gaming. I am a farmer by trade. I'm also everyone here's a friendly, imaginary 6'2" man.
Why would
So,
you have to specify exactly how imaginary you are?
on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm about an 8 on the imaginary scale, at least according to Gubby. Once you
No,
get up to
according-
Shaq's height, around like 7 feet, you don't even exist on this corporeal plane.
Is he only
But
7 feet? Is he
he's
tall?
like 7 foot something. I don't even know. It's
How tall is Shaq? All right, how
And he's 7'2".
7'2" is pretty big. Yeah. All right. Sorry.
It's been a while, but I don't recall his height. He's a tall guy. Anyway, I am going to be playing. I'll be playing as a Raven Aarakocra Gloomstalker Ranger of a noble lineage, known as Cruce Swain. But during the night, I will don the alias of the Aviary. And unfortunately, there's a little side note here. The Aviary mask was broken today. So,
Rest in peace, Batman,
R.I.P.
rest
the
in
aviary
in peace,
mask.
that mask. I'll have to get a new one at some point.
Rippin' pepperonis.
Rip in pepper.
I have just realized that there are imaginary people in the chat, and I don't know how I feel about this.
Did you know that Shaquille O'Neal's hand size is 21.26 inches? Because that's crazy. That's like truly.
I
insane
believe it.
to think about. That's like this big.
I've seen the man holding like those like Coke cans, and it just looks like this little teeny thumbtack in his
Yeah.
fingers.
He could just grab my head and crush it. Like it's terrifying to think about.
Gubby, Arvin would be more imaginary than Tilted. Arvin is 6'4", I believe.
Yeah. And then Eric's 6 feet. We just, if all three of us were in the same room and Gubby just walked in, they just
I would
look at
leave
us.
immediately. I would
They
leave
look at
immediately.
us, immediately turn around and walk out the door. And we'd be all lined up like the AT&T bars, you know, so we'll just gradually be taller.
That's all right. Me and Gubby could hang out. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm also a normal size, thank you.
Yes, me too.
Why is it normal?
I thought I was gonna get off scot free with it.
Normal. Jeez. How you feel about that one, Eric? They have normal sizes.
We currently have the numbers. All right, I don't hear it.
Well,
I have to say, just the proliferation of imaginary people in this opening chat has made it the worst opening chat in 35 days of Community D&D. I have to say.
You're welcome.
Drew, why don't you give your introduction?
Lead us off, man.
Hey, everybody. I am Drew the Damager, he, him pronouns, and tonight I will be playing the punk rock priestess, Callista Amberblood, the tiefling Twilight cleric. And I'm excited to be in a theater.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we were doing, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think.
Yes.
So, last time, I believe actually we were also playing on a Friday. It was a bonus session because we had the infamous chase sequence, which then led into the theater.
Which, funnily enough, I think Shadow was sweating a bit because we were really close a couple of times to actually stopping the swan dives and you almost putting them to sleep with Drow Boys.
Yes. So there
I did
was.
look up the chase sequence last time after last session. So many people had people immediately hold person the character, and they were like, "What do I do? What do I do?" So hey, we actually did the right thing by being goof 'em ups.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last time there was the chase across the rooftops at night in the trades ward of Waterdeep as the party chased down Vivette Blackwater, a swashbuckler, kind of a pirate in the employ of the Zentarim, who they're pretty sure has the Stone of Galore, which they're trying to get their hands on. And Vivette led them on a chase across these rooftops, and did almost get caught a couple times, but then she jumped off the rooftops and ran into a theater, and the party followed her into the theater, and then were accosted by the ghost of the theater's former owner, who was like, you must buy a ticket and watch the show.
Yeah, he had the unskippable cutscene dialogue.
And so then they bought tickets, and then they all kind of, two of them went in one side, and two of them went down the other side, found some seats. And then the play was going on, and was coming to its climax. And it turns out that the play was, in fact, about the backstory for Curse of Strahd, all about Sergei and Strahd and Irina. How Strahd kills Sergei for Sergei having been having an affair with Irina, and then Irina throws herself off the castle parapets, and then the dark powers come and start to whisper mystically in Strahd's ear and seduce him into becoming a vampire.
What a tragedy.
Oh yeah, we have a Nimblewright in a bag.
You do have a Nimblewright in a
We
bag of
do.
holding. And so as this was going on, Basil had decided to climb over a bunch of seats and like hop around people to get to the very center so that he could have a great seat.
You gotta get the best seats. I don't know. He's a spoiled boy.
Needs that acoustic cohesion, you know.
And Basil, Callista, and Cruz were all just enraptured by the play, and Peach also is kind of as well, but happened to notice that one of the silhouettes, kind of in the center of the room, that maybe was having about the same kind of hat or something like that as Vivette, seemed to reach in front of them and pass something off to people in front of them, but the people in front didn't seem to notice what was going on. And that was basically right where we ended.
Yep.
So, we had been using main theme song.
Oh yeah, and Peach called his dad, which
Yes.
totally will not have repercussions.
Not at all.
Welcome to everyone who came in chat. It is lovely to see you all. Reminder that this is Community D&D on Arvin Eleron's channel with the Shadow Crew. We're gonna play some D&D right now.
I am not a bird and will not be making bird noises tonight. I apologize. I will instead be asking people what they have in their pockets, and if they have any poisons or potions on them that I can have. That's.
And then if you're very angry at them, you'll tell them, "I gotta goo you."
I'm gonna goo you. You're
Well, it
gonna
was-
get gooed.
See, in the moment, it was more of the I'm gonna turn you into goo, not I'm gonna put goo on you. I'm gonna goo you, and then I'm gonna keep your goo.
At one point in the last couple days, I had the thought of like when I was going to do the introductions for tonight that I was going to say like, Yoi Gawain, Lin, aka Gubby, Yoi Gawain, Lin, Horse Voices, also known as Gubby. Hoodie, I'm gonna goo you from Oh My God Chuck, and Tilted, the imaginary man gaming. But then I didn't have anything for Drew.
Aw, Drew, no!
That's not
fine.
true. Drew is reverse mugging Drew.
He is pretty good
He
at that.
doesn't even have a quote. He has a whole action, a whole
Yeah.
crime associated with him.
Drew, reverse mugging the damager.
Yeah,
Horse
'cause we get-
voices is still the best thing I've said all campaign. Like I will. That's my peak. Everything is downhill from here.
Wow.
I feel
Jeez.
like you're limiting yourself by saying that, but okay.
I feel like you hit here. You could very easily go over here and be like, nah, this is it. That's it. We don't need to go any further.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure someone in the chat's gonna one day say something like, "Oh, by the way, I'm actually 8 feet tall, and I'm gonna be really upset," and I'll say something crazy.
We're gonna have to stop stop everything that we're doing and like shut down the session and just be like, we gotta take like a good 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Literally, Shadowed sees that instinctively, just times out that person so the message is late.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so this handoff, just as a player, because Basil is obtuse to the situation. He eyes on the screen or eyes on the stage, enraptured by the music, slowly leaning over and like saying to the person next to him, "Did you know these seats were like built 400 years ago and they're still here? They reupholster them like every other year. It's crazy." Like tiny little fun nuggets of information, being massively annoying. That's really the key. But this thing happened like right here, correct?
Correct.
Okay, great. Basil's kicking his feet and being an annoying film goer until he knows otherwise.
Okay. just
Peach
kinda-
is like, so I'm looking at where Peach is sitting and where the aviary is sitting, and this person is between the two of them.
Yes.
So Peach is like doing that owl head woo thing where I'm just picturing the camera behind them, and you see like his silhouette going like, like trying to get the aviary's attention, right?
I've been this person in a movie theater before.
Can
It
I roll a
sucks.
perception check here?
Well, we had everyone do perception checks last time, I'm pretty sure. or
It'd be
anyone
more
that was
perception to see what Gubby's doing.
oh perception to see if you can see what.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get the aviary's attention now.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's see. The aviary.
23.
Okay, so you'll notice that Peach is trying to get your attention.
And I'll kind of just like lean over to like the aisle and look directly at Peach and like kind of tilt my head like, what?
And then Peach will just surreptitiously even point up towards the aisle, like very subtly trying to gesture at. It was these two people.
Yep.
That the thing was handed off to. Yeah, he's going to basically point, like very subtly, at that little cluster to try and indicate you should be looking at that.
So I'll say, because I already failed the perception on the first one, I'll say I know in the general area. That's I don't know who though.
Yeah.
I'm just looking in that general direction.
Okay. Callista, what would you be doing at about this moment in time?
Watching the show because I have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Everybody is far away from me, and I did not notice anything that was happening. So I'm
Okay.
just gonna keep an eye out on like the entrances and exits
Okay.
to see if anybody comes in or leaves, or if anybody's snooping around, because we did follow somebody in here.
So the play has had its big climactic moment, and now it's kind of going into its denouement.
Ho, 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 ho,
Ho,
ho.
ho, ho, ho.
And it'll probably end within like the next 20 to 30 minutes. But all of a sudden, like, it's cold in this theater because like it's an old stone building. It's been neglected for several years. But even though it's cold in the theater, in this auditorium, all of a sudden there is like a sharp coldness, as if like there is a big draft, like as if a lot of the doors of the building have just like flown open. And then there is rolling in along the floor, down the aisles, spreading out into the seating area, coming in from like every direction pretty much, is a fog that starts to build up until it's about like 2.5 feet at least, or like, and it's like this very kind of gray cold fog.
You can't out obscure me. I use fog cloud.
No more. No more. We can't have more.
Everyone, please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Hey, can Basil-
Excuse me?
can Basil
Okay.
jump on his chair?
Saving throw, you said, yeah?
Yes.
That is a 15 for me.
Hey.
Oh,
finally
no.
Happened. It finally happened, gang.
Please
I rolled a
at
nat
least
1.
be a 15 for the DC. Oh God.
I rolled a nat 1 into. I have halfling lucky into a nat 2. I've done it.
Oh, only an
That was the dream.
11 for me.
Yeah, only a 10 for me.
And a
Okay.
6 for you, boy.
So, all of you feel, or fail your Constitution saving throw, and
Okay.
you feel a, like, chilled to your bone and almost like frozen in your seat, and
Oh.
any like kind of movement you would want to take would be very sluggish.
How lovely.
And
Do we notice any movement from the people that we were looking at in the general direction?
give me a perception check.
I guess that's me and Cruz since I wised him up to.
Just a regular dirty 20.
15 for Peach.
Okay. So, the aviary, you will notice that Vivette's silhouette has disappeared below the fog.
Oh, great. That's new.
She's been eaten alive by the fog. Just retribution for shenanigans.
I mean, she is crawling around on a theater floor, so ew, gross.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Just straight up disappeared for me, right? Like there was
Mm-hmm.
no indication which direction that the silhouette went.
Well, you would have a guess just based on, the seating arrangement of the people around. But
Mhm.
she definitely is below the fog cover trying to escape somewhere. You're pretty sure.
Oops, I accidentally messed with the map. What would I do in this situation? I'm closest to one of the exits, so I could potentially set myself up near the entrance here. But there's also many ways for her to just leave that doesn't involve ever getting near me. Do I have anything toolkit-wise that I can make use of here? Those.
Don't you have a bag of like 10 billion ball bearings or something like that?
I've used them all.
Oh no.
Yeah, we between all the other adventures we had and this whole night where we were trapping the doors and stuff, I used what I had left.
Yeah, it's been a long one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just double check and make sure I didn't take a bag or two. Nope.
And seeing how, fast this person was in the first place, I doubt that would do anything. And my character, like, oh yeah, that's probably not that useful here. I guess the best thing I could do at the moment would be to stand up and walk towards the exit here, or the entrance into the theater, however you want to call it.
Okay.
See if I can get a better view of around, but also blocking that one way out.
When I see the aviary stand up and move,
Mhm. Give me a
how
perception check.
Oh, me? Oh,
Yep.
oh, I had, because I might not have
Because
seen
it's partially obscured and stuff.
That is a 22.
You hear something that sounds like someone going like, "Ah!" coming from the floor, as if
Oh?
they're almost tumbling down these stairs right here.
I have blind sight, so if they're within 10 feet of me, I think it is.
Yeah.
Can you see through the fog then?
Yeah.
I
That's
have
what
blind sight
is.
within a range of 10
Yeah.
feet. I can effectively see anything that isn't behind total cover, even if I'm blinded or in darkness. Moreover, I can see an invisible creature within that range unless the creature successfully hides from me. So as long as she passes within 10 feet of me, I know she's there.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, I mean, she would have been taking the hide action and trying to like stealth crawl underneath through the fog down this aisle towards these stairs. So,
Okay. But I saw her hand off something to that other person, right?
well, yeah, you saw her hand something off, but like she's obviously trying to make a break for it now, and she's crawling down this aisle like right behind you, and then she falls down the stairs.
She finally failed something, guys.
It
Yeah.
took
We've done it.
all day, but we got there.
Yeah, so I'm going to look over at the aviary here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to wave to get his attention, and then basically point to where she is.
Okay.
And at the same time, could I have another me that
Yep.
I pop into existence there? Yeah.
A
Thank you.
shadow just raises from the mists.
How are the
Okay.
other theater goers reacting to a sudden cold snap in the theater?
Yeah. They're all just like shivering and huddling in their seats.
Yeah, is this a standard practice for this theater where it's like, woo, spooky special effects, or
You do notice the kind of the stage managers who are near the back of the theater are all giving each other glances and like trying to like whisper across at each other as if there's
Okay.
something strange going on.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And Vivette is running away.
Stop her! Stop her!
Yeah,
I mean, I would run after her, but I feel like we're going to get the exact same result as last time.
So I rolled a 22 on my perception.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that I would see Peach's echo right here.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sure.
Would that 22 get me anything else?
Uh,
Because I am all the way over here.
Yeah. You would probably be able to just make out that like Peach is here and is trying to communicate with someone back here.
All right. Well then, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna start heading over to Peach's echo.
Okay.
Yeah. After
I'm living in ignorance,
Like,
guys.
like, are you doing the whole like, excuse me, pardon me, going down the aisles thing? Or okay, yeah, because doing that, going through the aisles counts as difficult terrain.
Okay, so I was here.
We're not technically in initiative, but keeping that in mind.
probably, I would say I click my boots at this point to get ready to pursue, but I'd imagine you want to start initiative as soon as we actually get into doing that.
Well, so you've seen like Peach and the aviary have seen basically or know that Vivette was over here and has basically then like fallen down the stairs, stood up, and like ran off down the hallway.
Yes.
Are you guys gonna?
The problem is that I wanted to keep my echo on these two people because she handed something off to them. We don't know if it's the stone or not.
So I would probably
if
go in
I-
pursuit if I'd see that Peach is still not moving.
Yeah,
And I'd
because
probably motion as well to just kind of stay to Peach while I go walking down, or start running, I guess, down towards that direction. So I'd probably end up, well, I have 120 feet of movement. Unless we're out in combat, then it consider as 160 feet of movement with dash. So, let me see. Let me just measure this out to make sure that I'm doing this right. So 15 there, and it'd probably be another, let's call it 15 to get over to here. And then from here. So I can very easily get to this hallway without issue.
Well, the 15 to go across the seats is difficult terrain.
Correct. So it would have 60 feet of movement. So it would be doubled with difficult. So it would be 45. So I'd get to here with like 5 feet of movement still.
Okay. So, as you start to move, like the fact that Vivette had also like fallen down the stairs and is like trying to run away, this has started to cause a bit of commotion in the theater, right?
Imagine.
So now all of a sudden, 3 women near the back, one on each side and one right in the middle, start to call out and ask everybody to please remain calm, since the play is basically like ending anyway, that it will be cut short, and everyone please evacuate the theater in an orderly manner. Which, of course, people hearing that kind of message never comply, right?
They're just gonna immediately panic and go as fast as they can.
Oh my god, ghosts! Bad ones! Basil's gonna freak out. Yeah, okay, all right. I will be the person that doesn't comply.
To cause the chaos.
With character knowledge, I can't do anything else. I'm kind of locked into being just a nuisance. So here we go. Oh my god, they're gonna kill us all! And Basil will just start screaming.
And like the two violinists, like who are like providing score along with the cellist, up by the stage for the play, like jump down off the stage, and then like their like bowstrings for like their violins, like magically like elongate and turn into actual bows.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
sorry?
Wow.
Holy shit.
Multi-purpose bows. Let's go.
And they seem to be in communication somehow with this woman at the back. And then like you can see like if you're looking around, like, and like everybody's like getting up out of their seats and like looking around and starting to panic, and you can see her like trying to like point out across the crowd at the two violinists out at the front, and then like she's pointing out the direction at where like Vivette ran away to.
And conversely, also me. Great. That's fantastic.
I have a question, Shadow.
Yep.
Did I see I saw which person specifically Vivette passed something to, right? She passed it to the sobbing guy?
Correct. She reached forward and it looked like she like put something inside like the robe of the sobbing guy.
So my sleight of hand is not my strongest suit. But I'm wondering if I can have my Echo do a pickpocket attempt in the chaos.
Okay, I'll let you do this, but I'm letting you know that the DC on this is going to be high.
Oh, Jesus.
Just get a nat 20. Make it so easy on us all, you know? Just easy. Do it. Come on. Just roll it. 1 and
Okay.
20. Easy.
You have +3, right? So that's
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
We're the Dex buds.
Please, please, please. That's a natural 1. My Echo is no good at this.
That's the opposite!
It's a natural, all right. It's beautiful.
For a second there, I heard the natural, like, no way. And then I heard, aww.
Nah.
Well, the dice are really serving the narrative tonight.
They sure are.
It's okay. But if the person notices, Peach just vanishes the Echo immediately. So it's like, oh, what was that? Ooh, spooky.
There really are ghosts.
Yeah.
Basil's screaming louder.
And then so then the man who's like wiping his eyes is like, someone trying to reach inside my robes? What the hell is going on?
Peach is like, woo.
And then like he's like looking around, and then like he and his partner, the woman, start to head back to talk to like the woman who's in charge, trying to find out like what's going on. So they start walking away to get over to her up that way.
Okay, Peach is going to pop his Echo back into existence and just
And- I mean, I can also try to like start moving a bunch of these people around as they are trying to like clog up the aisles and heading for exits.
Mm-hmm.
So, I rolled a 19 on my perception.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would have clocked Peach's Echo trying to pickpocket this person. So, I'm going to keep my eye on them and kind of move this way, kind of following them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basil's been staring straight forward this entire time.
He's
Calista finally
screaming.
passed. Well, I mean, he's just freaking out with everyone else. Sees Calista, closes his mouth and goes, what's going on? Are we doing this?
I'm not quite sure yet.
Okay, so I basically pop my echo back into existence to move alongside Callista, maybe a couple feet behind just to not be too conspicuous. But yeah, hello, Shadow Peach is back again.
Gone.
So I see
What?
there is no character model on my side of the screen aside from myself. So do I have an indication to see that it's been recently opened, this door?
Yes, this door is like has been open, and it looks like she likely ran out this way and then headed out this door here.
All right, I'd probably follow suit out the door. Do I see anything as I exit the theater?
Yep, you can see her running down the alleyway.
This way, I'm assuming.
hmm
Do I just full commit send it and run right at her, or do I come back? That's the question.
Well, if we come back, she's gone forever,
Yeah.
and it could have been a feint. I can't contribute for my character, so I'm going to contribute as a player.
Yeah. I.
What would the aviary do? Remember, you also do have
so
one point
many
of,
things.
you also do have 1 point of exhaustion,
I do.
so there is that.
Yeah. As much as I'd like to, I just don't have the means to keep up with her again. So I think I just come back inside the theater and see what I can do to help the situation here.
If you come back to me, I basically fill you in on everything I saw.
Yeah, let's just say I kind of come in towards like the end of the stairs, see you, and we converse briefly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
So, the stage managers and this elven woman here have been working along with these two people here, the former violinists, and they're basically like gathering up groups of people and escorting them out of the theater.
The people with bows are escorting people out of the theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say to Peach's Echo,
What were you doing? Why were you trying to put your hand in that man's pocket?
Peach is gonna poop, go whoop, switch of places, and then go, oh, hello, and then very secretly whisper, that, he thinks he saw, the horrible lady sneak something into that man's pocket. That's why he was trying to take it in the confusion, but it seems his echo is not very dexterous, so he did fumble it.
oh shit, where did he go?
Oh, they're all outside
They're
now.
outside now.
Wait, which one was it? This guy?
It was this dude, I think.
Oh, this guy. Okay.
Yeah. Can we say
Sorry.
that we did our best to follow them? Because I'm guessing that we're being escorted out in counted out groups. So
Yeah, not paying attention to where he went. That's on me, not Callista.
Yeah, them standing directly in front of us, I think would have been a different story. Like,
Yeah. I just feel so much less powerful without the mask. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm naked, guys.
oh, don't worry. It's just the usual state of imaginariness. Imagine having a Batman face on.
Yeah.
Basil,
Theater of the mind.
Yes.
Basil, we need to follow someone.
oh, all right, what's going on?
Just come with us.
All right.
I guess we'll just all move our tokens outside, and we can figure out the exact positioning later, because it's a kind of a mess.
What? What do you mean? Chow's like, no, put him back in the theater.
Well, we would have like. It's crazy to think that we're just the ones left behind. Like that's kind of insane.
Our characters are just suffering extreme lag.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's an MMORPG server, and we just.
Yeah.
Literally
So-
out of range to attack them. All of a sudden, they zip over, stab you 3 times, and then leave.
Yeah.
So there's like this woman who's guiding people, this woman, and this woman who seems to maybe be this one here, who maybe seems to be ultimately in charge. And there was also the other two like violinists, and they're all like trying to group people up and send them outside. And so then you've been grouped in with some civilians, along with being escorted by this woman.
Okay.
It looks like this lady's in charge.
Yeah.
All right. Basil's gonna walk up. Excuse me.
And then like the woman who's like escorting your group like will grab Basil by the shoulder as he tries to
Whoa!
move past.
Whoa! That's rough. That's so mean.
Please be orderly.
I am. I'm
We
asking
need
when
to-
your next date's up.
We need to get everyone out of the theater in an orderly manner. So I'm going to ask you to stay where you are.
There's no fire.
Well, that's what you think, but we need to make sure that everyone
God, is
gets
there a
out
fire?
safely.
Is there a fire in the building?
Is Basil gonna scream fire in a crowded theater?
And now like, well, Basil is already being like loud enough, like saying fire, that like everyone else starts to panic, and everyone makes a rush for the door.
Well.
Good job being the causer of chaos there, Basil.
I have
And-
no spells. These are my spells.
The craziness modifier. Who would have thought?
And
I'll kind of turn towards Peach because obviously we've had some conversation about the reverse pickpocketing going on,
Mhm.
and I'll turn like, Peach, did you also attempt to put something in the pocket or take something out?
I tried to take something out of the pocket, but
And you
as I told Callista, my echo is not very dexterous.
and you failed, right? You had to immediately dispel your clone.
Yes.
And now the people that we know had something in their pocket are gone, it would seem.
Yeah, you guys turned around and start whispering at the absolute wrong.
yeah.
They're
Basil's
just gone.
dying.
No, they
So-
just got Thanos snapped out of the theater.
Luckily, you happen to be near the back of the throng of people you were grouped in with, and everyone else has escaped out into the streets.
Including the person that we were trailing.
Okay,
so
well,
I'm gonna
great.
go out to the streets.
we better get out quickly then.
Yeah.
And you see lots of people and carriages passing away from the front of it.
Okay,
Do
so
we?
they all got in a okay. In the second it took us to get outside, they've already gotten in carriages and are actively
Yeah.
egressing.
Yes.
You know I'm going to call shenanigans on this, right? You know that that's insane, right?
It seemed like there was carriages waiting.
Okay, so the carriages knew there were going to be a fire.
Do we see the guy that we were following?
Trailing.
Okay, give me perception checks.
There we go.
All right, yeah, that's fair. Come on, please. I beg of thee. 16?
17.
12.
Oh
12.
god, 17's our high roll.
No, didn't one of you roll a 23?
No.
Okay.
No.
My roll 20 must be behind.
Okay,
Does 17
So-
get us anything?
a 17 will indeed show you that means that Peach will notice that the man and the woman seem to have split up and have taken different carts.
Of course.
Carriages.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Do you see them? Does anybody see them?
Peach will say, "I marked 2 carts, that one and that one," and they're traveling in opposite directions.
Yep.
I'm gonna go after one of
Well,
them.
well,
I'll go
what,
after the other.
one will be heading mostly kind of westward, and one will be heading south.
All right. Peach, go to the south one. I'll go west.
Okay. Which one is which?
The woman got on the carriage heading west, and the sobbing man got on a carriage heading south.
Okay.
I'll be with Peach for ease of in case because Peach can pick me up at least.
Yeah. So I'll hike Basil onto my shoulders and I'll be like, "Let's go!" Piggyback ride, let's go!
Do try to keep up there, Callista.
Okay, and well, so you're basically just gonna what? Try and like run/fly it down, or
I mean,
I'm
we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna run after the carriage. How fast is it going?
I mean,
It's winter, so they can't be going that fast. It's not
It's
like
winter.
the horses can have winter tires.
It's winter right after a snowstorm.
yeah.
I need to remind you, we just went through a snowstorm.
And there's no snow removal at this point.
And we're in a city, so they can't be going more than like 15. I'm ooh.
Really riding
So-
that realism bit, aren't we?
After a snowstorm,
If you say they have city plows, I will lose it.
no.
Just the front of the carriage just has like a separate segment that just clears out the road as they go.
There's
Or
a,
has some sort of fire magic stone that allows fire to erupt out to melt the snow as they go.
a bunch of sorcerers are just casting fireball all over the city.
That is what they get the students with early morning classes or the late evening classes at the Wizards College to deal with. It's like, hey, do you want to earn some university credits? You get to be the snowplow feature of these of our taxis.
You're just gonna sit there in the blistering cold and create fire until the end of time.
Yeah. You chug energy drinks to replenish your spell slots just to continuously cast. We got it all worked out, Shadow. Also, just because I want to know if I can do this extremely funny and very important thing, Shadow,
Uh-oh.
do the carriages in Waterdeep have ceiling openings?
They do not.
Do the carriages in Waterdeep have flimsy ceilings?
Probably.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Very good.
So it's after a snowstorm. So the way this works is that people walking or running, it's constitutes as difficult terrain, so your movement's half because you're having to trudge through snow.
Mm-hmm.
Vehicles operate at 2/3 speed.
So
And
you're saying
Okay.
there's a chance.
and a carriage moves regularly at 40 feet per round.
Oh, so we easily catch up. Okay.
So this is what Peach dashing effectively.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 30 around
Yeah.
versus 2/3, so it would be 15.
Oh god. I just realized they sent the 2 chaos gremlins over to this individual. There's no rational person over there.
27 feet around.
Right. So we would just by law of averages, we would eventually end up catching up to it.
What if I'm flying? Because then I wouldn't be obstructed and I would have the full for 30 feet of movement, yeah?
Yeah.
People just looking around, seeing a bird just fly right by them. It's like, you don't see that every day.
Basil is very quickly tinkering with something, and it's like jewelry. All right, maybe we can. Why are we stopping this lady?
Wait, so I thought Peach and Basil were going after the.
Oh,
Yeah,
where
we are
They
going after
are,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
would have.
okay.
Yeah, I would have. I think I would like when we were splitting up. I would said 2 cards, that one and that one, and then only after we were like on the pursuit would I have said to Basil, "We are after the crying man."
Oh, it's okay. Well, okay, so the jewelry thing's not gonna work then. All right, give me 1 second. Quickly start like pulling out like lenses and trying to make opera glasses.
And the
Okay.
aviary and Callista are heading after the other carriage?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Also, so in 1 turn, the carriage will have moved 40 feet, right?
27 feet.
27 feet.
Yeah.
So I will move the 30 feet.
Mhm.
I land on top of the carriage.
Oh no.
Yeah, so yeah, you would eventually indeed catch up. It wouldn't take very long. Like, it would only take like 2 or 3 rounds. Because it
Okay,
did
I
have a
will-
bit of a head start. But
Can I roll a Tinker's Tool check to see if I can craft a good pair of opera glasses real quick?
so you want to land on top of the carriage?
Yes.
Okay.
And you said the carriage is flimsy. The top of the carriage is flimsy.
Well,
Please, no.
I don't know if it's flimsy. It's just
If I threw something really hard at it, would it break through the ceiling?
it likely would.
Okay,
What are we doing?
I
Basil's
would
just
like
looking on with fear, trying to quickly get like casings on the opera glasses.
I would like Okay, there's 2 things that I could do. I could either swan dive through the ceiling of this carriage and break through it that way to apprehend this individual,
Mm-hmm.
or I could reach into the bag of holding, pull out the nimble right, and slam dunk it through the ceiling of the carriage.
Part of me is like proud of the fact that you want to go and take after the aviary and swan dive on something, but also part of me, if my character was actually like, no.
Listen, Peach has lived, honestly, an extremely sheltered life. So, after seeing the aviary, who, by the way, is older than him,
Yeah.
doing such daring feats of heroism,
Yeah.
what do you think he's gonna do?
Uh-huh.
Is this a nice carriage? Did this guy look wealthy?
It's a decently nice carriage. It's not like a regular standard like taxi carriage.
Does this look like a personally owned carriage, aka by nobility?
Not by nobility, but by
Okay.
someone decently well off.
Okay, if this doesn't immediately give the ring of nobility, I don't know that Basil's fear would kick in to immediately stop this.
Okay, so
Basil
basically,
is still trying to get like the plan of making like a trinket that this guy dropped, so we caught up, but it's just watching with fear as Peach does whatever they do.
so of these 2 things shadowed, which one would register to Peach as this is more likely to get me through the ceiling of this carriage? Or does a voice tell me, I don't think you can do either of these things. Maybe don't.
I didn't egg this on. I've been so chaos oriented tonight. I did not egg this on whatsoever.
I expected some kind of shenanigans at this level, but I just wasn't sure what exactly it would be.
You know, property destruction wasn't on my list, but we are getting there, I guess.
So
On
basically,
to the bingo card.
so you're asking, would Peach just try and like self break through the roof, or
Yeah.
utilize the nimble right somehow?
Yeah, because I don't know what the carriage looks like in your mind, and therefore I don't know if Peach looking at it would think to himself, oh, that looks really sturdy. I should not try to dive bomb or nimble right bomb through it. So this is kind of I am asking to match up your theater of mind to my theater of mind.
We talking plywood, metal, or we
Yeah,
talking leather.
Like does this look like a like Cinderella's pumpkin kind of a carriage? Or
Okay, give me a moment here.
Balsa
You
wood.
describe the layout of a carriage now.
Just for I was just gonna knock on the door from the thing and say, "Sir, I think you dropped these," but we're way past that.
No.
The moment something gets slam dunked through the roof, it's on.
Meanwhile, we're gonna say like as the chase, we're gonna say like in the couple turns before we actually get to swan dive maybe part. Peach is going to ask Basil, "What is your plan for getting something from this man's pocket?"
It did only take one round, so we do only have
6 seconds.
You're
We're
about to land
talking
on the
fast
roof.
here. Come on.
Wait, you land on the roof, and I'm just like,
Up.
I don't know. I'm quickly trying to I have glass and metal and a casing in my hand, and I'm trying to screw stuff together. I don't know. I'm just full panic mode. Steal it?
How is your sleight of hand?
The same as yours, +3.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. I do have Mage Hand, but I don't have what is it? Mage Hand Legendarian or something, where you can pickpocket with it. So I'm at the just same point as you. I did look to see if I had anything that would help me pickpocket as a smaller race. No, that was not the case.
Because here's
hell?
something.
Sorry. Continue.
Okay. Peach is going to say, "What if I crash into the carriage and then we create a small accident? I apologize profusely and then we pickpocket him."
Okay. I can't really. Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna ask him about these, and then I didn't really have a plan past there, so.
Okay. I will crash into the carriage, I will distract him, and you will pickpocket him. Does that sound good? Okay. Okay,
I
Shadow.
immediately cast guidance on myself.
We're not going to dive bomb the carriage with my body.
Okay.
So
He's
you
literally been searching this for the last 5 minutes to figure out proportions, and you do this to it.
Brutal.
But I am going to hit the carriage with my
Are you gonna
body.
Are you gonna act like you've been hit in a hit and run?
Yeah, except I'm both the hit and the run. Anyway,
You know you're not in metal armor right now, so you're gonna hurt a bit.
I'm a strong lad.
Okay.
So yeah, how's it going over there? I have to
Yeah.
back this all up.
How's the aviary and Callista doing?
I mean, if what you're telling me are the statistics on movement, I literally catch up to them on the first round.
Yeah, we both groups just went. Ha!
Yeah, because even with half movement, I'd be able to get 60 feet.
Okay. That is what a Waterdevian carriage kind of
God,
looks
he had
like.
to actually look up one.
Oh wow. Okay.
Did you? Is this from a video game? 'Cause it looks like it's from a video game. Or is that a mini?
Got a a white background, so one would assume it's from a mini set.
So we could just loop in there through the windows. That's what I'm saying.
Do you want me to do that instead?
I feel like that's probably better.
Okay, I will go in through the window then.
I feel like that's probably better than toppling a carriage,
Okay.
potentially harming
So
a gentleman.
I'm going to I'm gonna topple into the carriage through the window with
How
Basil.
wide is the windows on those things?
I mean, that looks wide enough to get
Yeah.
a person through.
It looks like one of those horses can fit through it.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, so how do we do this? I like
How
how
do
Tilta
you
is
do
just
this?
exhausted.
So you're flying.
Yeah.
with Basil,
Yeah.
and like you're basically just kind of trying like swoop in and crash through the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
easy.
Okay,
Yeah, Shadow.
so first I want you to do an acrobatics check to see if you can line it up correctly, and then it'll be a strength or athletics check to see how much force you crash into it, and like, yeah.
Okay. Basil, can you only guidance one person at a time?
Yeah, no, I'll just give you. Oh, okay. So we're really doing this. Good luck. And I'll just kind of like poof dust in the air. You inhale it. Guidance.
Okay. Pixie dust guidance. Cool.
What color is this dust, by the way?
It's green. It's green. It looks bad for you.
So
Oh,
a
no.
17 plus the
D4.
4, so 21 for the
21?
acrobatics.
Yep. So you will definitely be able to like control your flight so that you can line it up correctly. Now let's see if you crash through.
Okay.
I love the idea of us pencil diving straight in.
Very subtle.
That's a 20
Oh my
plus
God.
The guidance is just for
3.
the one check.
Oh,
for the
guidance
one
is for
check.
one
Okay,
check,
so,
so just
so
20.
dirty 20, dirty 20.
20.
20 strength.
Okay. You crash and tumble through the window of the carriage, and you like tumble in, and then like pop up, and like you just see this guy like sitting on a seat inside, and then like he yells, and
Sir, I think you dropped something.
and then
Wow.
the the carriage like comes to a sudden stop. Give me a dexterity check to see if you stay on your feet.
Okay. Dexterity check.
Yeah.
Not in a saving throw. So
I'm
it's
just
like an
gonna
acrobatics.
imagine this guy is just in this theater. He's chilling. He's having a good time. He's even, crying about it and everything.
That's a 21 from me.
15 from
Really
Basil.
cold. Steps
Well,
out
I'm
of the theater.
holding you,
You're
right?
you're
Well,
holding
I
Basil.
assume the moment we got in, we just landed. So I'm assuming Basil might have had to do that as well.
I would like to specify that I'm trying to like upend this person from this seat, like basically cause as messy of a landing as possible, so that I have an excuse to be like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Pick him up and dust him down, and like give Basil cover to like pickpocket him, basically.
All right. So now that we've
So-
got up to this point, let's switch over to
Yeah.
Let's switch perspectives real quick.
Hey guys, good luck. It's not easy. No, we made it look super easy and casual, but it's not.
So, the aviary and Callista are trying to run down the other carriage.
Yeah.
So obviously the aviary like zooms off ahead. And is able to-
Are you going to crash through the window?
No. No, I'm not. I'll probably instead, because I imagine the carriage has someone at the front of it, right?
It does, yes.
Okay, so I'd probably run up to there and kind of wave at the driver and like, I think the missus dropped something at the theater.
And okay, give me a persuasion check.
Okay, damn it. All right, let's go.
Can he get advantage because he's imaginary and therefore suave?
12.
And then you're like trotting like alongside each other, like the aviary is like running up alongside, and like the driver's like looking over at the aviary, and the aviary, and it's just like something, and then just like whips the horses in front, and they take like a certain sudden like turn down an alleyway.
Wait.
I'm
I've been
going
running
to
too much
continue to
today.
follow them until I catch up to the back of the carriage.
Okay. So I mean, like the aviary would be able to follow along pretty easy.
Yes.
Callista is probably like running along behind, and we're trying to wait for someone to like catch up or whatever. And then yeah, eventually, Callista, you'd be able to catch up.
As soon as I am within hand reach of the back of the carriage, I'm going to grab onto it and try to hoist myself onto the back of the carriage.
Okay, and an athletics check, please.
All right.
You can do it.
Here we go. You said athletics?
Yes.
That's my worst thing.
Oh,
14.
Well, you're able to like get up on like the like what is effectively the rear bumper of the carriage, or hanging
I
on.
was
Okay.
about to say if he failed that. We took the very cordial, trying to just reach out and say, hi, you may have dropped something.
And, well-
we would have been screwed, but...
Well, the aviary, you're basically like still running along like beside like the driver, and the driver's just like, "What are you doing?"
The missus dropped something in the theater.
You seem very suspect.
I'm sorry, that's just my decorum right now.
City watch, city watch.
So as this is happening, I would like to try to make my way around the outside of the carriage.
Okay.
oh, this is peak Assassin's Creed.
And I would like to try to get into the seat next to the guy driving.
Okay, I'm gonna make you do an acrobatics check to get to like climb around the side of the carriage and get up to the front.
Yep, no problem.
Meanwhile, this person just seeing
Natural
in the
fucking
windows.
20.
Ooh.
You just see
Nice.
this freaking tiefling in the windows trying to trudge their way up to the front.
So like Callista like very elegantly like scampers around the side of the carriage and like finding all the perfect handholds, and then just like slides right in on the seat next to the driver.
And I
And then
imagine
the driver's still looking over at the aviary on the other side.
exactly, yeah.
You have the opportunity to do something extremely chaotic, but also extremely funny.
So,
Steal the cart. Steal the cart.
so as soon as I get into the seat, I will look over at the guy that's looking over at the aviary. And I will hold on.
Cast sleep. Cast sleep.
Drum roll, please.
I will look at him and I will say, "Stop."
I don't know how I could have prepared for this, but I wish I had better visuals to have on screen during this.
This is
whole
great. I'm
sequence.
loving it.
And
It
I will
almost seems
cast
like this
command.
giant carriage is in the middle
Command?
of the theater. It's great.
Yeah, he has to
Okay.
pass a wisdom saving throw of 16.
Okay, so that would be a commoner. So that would just be a flat 20 roll. Well, shit. I rolled a 17.
Oh my god. The hardiest man.
Just the normal
willpower.
guy is like, yeah, I got a 17. It's all good.
The willpower of
So-
a hero.
Like he's been like looking over at the aviary. Like I'm right on that, right, Hoodie? Like it would just be a flat 20 roll. He's
Yeah,
just a
it's.
commoner.
I mean, they all have 10s across the board.
Yeah.
It's just a straight 0 on everything.
Okay. And then like all of a sudden he's like looks over and like Callista's there, like glowing with magic, head with a hand up, and was like, "Stop!" He was just like,
He should make more than one wisdom saving throw because now it's intimidation, right?
And then
Clearly.
like he causes the carriage to like slow down, and he's like, "You know what? Whatever you tried to do didn't work, but I'm scared."
Oh, you should be. You should be.
Custom, let's wait.
And then the carriage slowly comes to a stop, and then you can hear a feminine voice from inside call out and be like, "What's going on out there?"
It would
Look,
appear
guys.
that something was possibly stolen from you in the theater, madam.
And like then like the woman is like opened up a window and is like out looking around, and like sees the aviary trying to talk to her, and she's like, "City watch, city watch."
Oh, come on! I'm not that intimidating, am I?
I like to imagine Batman screaming this at a random civilian in Gotham.
Can I get into the carriage from where I am?
Yes.
All right. I will pop out of the seat and go around and get into the carriage where she is. And I will pull out my crossbow
Oh my god.
and I will point it at her.
We go from basic conversations with City Watch possibly involved to we're gonna threaten your life real quick.
It goes downhill so fast. It's just, ooh.
And I will say, we have a few questions for you.
Are
City
we all?
Watch.
I remind you guys that we do have insignias from legit.
Yeah,
like,
you could just whip out a badge.
I literally after like just sitting there like I'm not that intimidating, right? I go ahead and I flash the City Watch symbol that we have.
No, Force Gray. We have the
Yeah,
Force
you have Force
Gray.
Gray.
thing.
You don't have City Watch.
Oh, the common people wouldn't know that then, huh?
No.
Okay, then never mind.
Or gray hands. Gray hands.
Yeah. Yeah, then I wouldn't have done that then, because I would have known that the common people don't really know about it. So, doesn't matter.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to ask you a few questions. And you're going to stop screaming. Do you understand me?
Just double checking stuff on this character.
Did they wet themselves? How bad did they wet themselves? Do they have a change of
Or do they
underwear?
go ahead and fling a dart right at his face?
Yeah, let me check this epic creature, this CR21 creature real quick to make sure they can't kill you.
The
instantly.
commoner suddenly transforms into the worst gelatinous cube.
Tiamat springs out of their earthly
Yeah.
form.
Shadow's like, I solved the shenanigans of this party. I killed everybody.
See, the problem is that you're both about to go into basically initiative with these characters, and so I guess we'll have to deal with them one at a time. So yes, the Aviary and Callista are about to go into initiative with the woman.
Okay.
Okay.
Peach and Basil are about to go into initiative with the man.
Okay.
Can I do the thing that I prepared real quick?
Remind me what that was.
So I had been fiddling with something.
Yeah.
I'm blowing dust at him through the opera glasses that don't have lenses in them.
Okay.
And I need him to make a con 15 saving throw.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, that will constitute the
Yeah, that
The action
if
that
needs
triggers-
initiative. We can do that.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. You say?
Yes. Or become paralyzed and unconscious for a minute.
Come on.
The dice can't always be hot for shadowed. They probably will be, but you gotta try it.
Got an
Don't say that.
18.
Yeah,
Oh my-
of course you did. Just go. Okay, all right, cool. It's
Okay.
it's just dust. It's all about to be initiative anyways. This didn't matter.
Okay. Uh. How shall I do this? Drew, heads or tails?
Oh, tails.
Never fails.
Get that wrong. Okay, you guys go first.
Sweet.
I got tails on the
Alright.
coin flip. Okay, so the Aviary and Callista.
Dude. The fuck? I got a +7, man. How can I not ever
Oh,
get
oof,
good initiative?
oof,
Oh.
oof.
It's just bad here. I don't know what curse we took on and at what point we took it on, but there's been a curse.
And then we got okay, I can't really complain because I know Callista has gotten so many bad initiative rolls. So I'm really happy for you this time. I'm just sitting here, you got a +1.
I think all of the bad initiative rolls, the surplus from those rolls that should have been rolled, finally accrued and like attached to this one to get you to 17.
Right. Although it's registering me as 9.
Yeah, it's because
Yeah, because that was
consider it
the
as a
second
separate
roll
one.
that you.
Yeah. How do you guys do the advantage on D or freaking D&D Beyond?
Well, my advantage on initiative comes through the glaive, so it automatically does it for me.
Got it.
It'll
Yeah, and I
it'll
just rolled
ask,
twice.
sometimes.
It'll ask.
Yeah, I've had
I'm
it ask me
sorry.
if I'm rolling something with advantage or not. Will it do it with this? Yeah, it'll. If I have a skill that allows me to roll it with advantage, I think that would be the thing. Is you have to go through and manually flag all your skills to be rolled with advantage, so you get the
I
alert
did the wrong one.
of rolling with normal or advantage on everything.
I see.
I do wish they just had like a toggle button for like I'm rolling with advantage, please. So Shadow, you didn't have the carriage battle map ready? What's you didn't expect this?
How can you expect the swan dive into the window technique? Or,
I'm
you
interested
know,
to see-
Callista coming up with a crossbow and pointing it at a lady without any context whatsoever.
I'm interested to see how this part of the module is supposed to be played. Because I'll tell you what, this ain't it.
Yeah.
Like, do you just say, "Well, I guess we lost them," and then go home? Like, what do you do here?
Mhm.
Not when you got movement speed like us.
Yeah, but we had movement speed like yours during the whole chase scene, and it was almost good enough.
It was almost
Still
good enough.
not.
Honestly speaking, after reflecting back on it, I should have just, instead of trying to gap close and go for the swan dive, I should have just done attacks. I might have just knocked her out. Or
Yeah.
killed her. At that point, we didn't really care which.
I think the problem with that though is you never know just how much health a person has, so it's always like a risky play. But
Yeah, but-
it was probably safer.
The thing is, though, is that I had so much excess movement on the dash that it was very superfluous most of the time.
Yeah, you could have probably got like ahead of her and then attacked, and then kept up that way instead.
Yeah, but then
Okay.
if I did that, she'd just go and turn around the opposite direction.
Back
It
towards us,
would've been-
which is great. It would have been pickle at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so she got a 4 on initiative.
Cool.
So the aviary, you technically go first in this order.
No,
No,
I go
actually,
first.
Callista's got a
because,
17.
Calista
Yeah,
has
I
a
got
17.
17.
What the? Why did she show up as a?
Because
I
Oh.
rolled twice, because I have advantage.
Ah,
So I got the 17 first, and I tried for the natural 20.
Yeah.
But
it auto filled as the 9. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so sorry, 17. So Callista goes first.
yes.
Okay. Hmm.
Mm,
I will ready an action to shoot her with my crossbow if she
Jesus.
tries to attack.
Okay.
Non-lethally, because commoners have like -5 HP.
The problem is that
don't
you
think
can't do
she's a
that with
commoner.
ranged weapons.
And you also can't non-lethal with ranged weapon.
Yep.
Oh, you can't? Oh,
No.
okay.
Nope.
What's the point of taking an arrow to the knee if it can't be non-lethal?
Blood loss.
Okay, so Callista's waiting for a trigger of hostility, basically.
Yep.
A direct attack against herself. Okay.
Or Cruz.
Or okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then that'll take us to the aviary.
I would probably see. I'm assuming I'd see through the window that Callista is pointing a crossbow at this person. Wouldn't I?
Well, she did like open a window to call out. Now you
Yes.
had been standing like you would have
Adjacent.
like stopped next to the like driver when it stopped. So
I also did call you in too.
Did
yeah.
Yeah.
You? Oh, okay. So I know
So
Callista's in there at the very least.
okay, so like basically like are you going up next to the window or are you going like up into the carriage basically? It's your option at this point. You don't have a direct line of sight from your initial position.
I'd probably be where I was, which would be like alongside the window there, because, you know, she opened the window to me and started talking to me.
Okay,
And
yeah,
then
fair.
Yeah, so I would probably try to continue that dialogue, not knowing that Callista's already got a crossbow pointed at them. So again, I'd probably just reiterate that it seemed like in the theater someone was trying to pickpocket you. I just wanted to make sure you knew, because, you know, it's the right thing to do, is check to make sure that people aren't stolen from.
Well, it seems that like if this is your friend, it seems like you're robbing me.
I'd be like, what?
Oh, we're double bluffing, baby.
Yes, I think we're far past that point. Aviary.
How? I thought we were opening a dialogue. Callista, what are you doing?
This is how I open a dialogue. Would you like to come in?
I'd much rather not threaten the life of Waterdavian citizens if I know any better.
All right then. You can stay out there. That's fine.
I will stay here, but all right.
This is where we get the "It's Always Sunny" card, where it says Cruz realizes he's the only sane member of the party. Dun, dun, dun.
But
Also, how you
also the
gonna
one
check
that
for
likes
pockets out there?
birds a lot and wants
So,
to parade around in a masked costume.
is there any specific action then, I guess, that you want for your turn?
I guess I would probably keep my hand on like my utility belt just in case, but I wouldn't try to like outwardly show I'm gonna be aggressive towards the woman. I'd more like just have it at the ready if I see something go like violently wrong in one direction or the other.
Okay.
So it would be like a hand on my dart, in other words, or a birdering, whatever you prefer.
So you're both just gonna menace for a turn?
I guess, because what am I supposed to do here?
Check her pockets. Get in there.
We are trying to mug this woman at this point.
It's too late.
Okay. All right, we're going to her turn.
She's gonna
God.
run.
She pulls out an amulet from around her neck.
It's a fireball necklace.
it can't
Everyone
be-
goes up in
yeah.
smoke.
And she'll start holding on to the amulet. She'll wave her hand and start chanting something. She casts a spell at Callista.
Okay.
So,
count as a
as soon as I
Callista's-
see that, as soon as I see that she's doing something like that, my reaction would be to immediately cast silence.
Can you do silence as a
Well,
reaction?
you can't. Yeah,
It's
You-
a saved action. I'm
You
holding
can't-
my action to see if
No,
there's something
you
aggressive.
you said your saved action was like you were like having your hand on a weapon at your belt.
Yeah, you gotta if
Y-
you're gonna
it
hold
has
a
to be a
spell, you
If
gotta
we
specified-
want
hold
to
a
roll it
spell.
that way, sure.
It
Yeah.
has to be a specified held action. Now,
Okay.
Callista,
I'm gonna
was-
shoot the fuck out of her.
yeah, can absolutely try and shoot the fuck out of her.
And I guess I
Yeah.
will do the same if that's my only option. So
Yeah, because like with holding spells, you have to specify you're holding that spell, and
Yeah.
regardless of whether
no,
or not
that's
it triggers
fair.
you,
I should have said it.
yeah, you no, because the mechanic is you lose the spell slot if it's a spell
Mhm.
slot spell. You lose it if you hold it. So that's why you have
Yeah.
to state it. Yeah.
Yeah. There needs to
Alright.
be certain triggers and reactions.
Does
So that's a 14 from me and a 15 from Callista.
yeah. Does a 15 hit?
A woman in a dress.
15 does not hit. Oh wait,
That's-
sorry, wait. I might be looking at something. Yes, 15 does hit. Yes, sorry.
I was
Alright,
gonna say, did she cast like double shield? Jesus.
And the 14 does not.
Both of those hit.
Okay.
Oh, both
God,
hit. Okay.
She's so dead.
6 points of damage.
It would be 9 points because of thrown weapon mastery.
So 6 from Callista and 9 from Cruz.
It'd be
Yep.
really funny if you guys are the guys that end up killing somebody tonight, and we're the ones who get
Yep.
away with it.
Okay.
Hoodie's just in freaking despair.
This is a like I've been in Shadow's position for this before. This could be a double switcheroo. But I'm just like, oh god, this is spiral.
Okay, so she takes damage. She looks damaged from taking damage. She is not rendered unconscious.
Whoa.
Now,
Does
she's
that
taking damage upon trying to cast her spell. Does that stop her spell?
Concentration check, I think, to persist. But I
But
don't.
I think if it's just an
that's-
instant cast spell or something like that, or it shouldn't affect it.
Oh, those rules are complicated because there are certain feats that interact with that. But I don't know those off the top of my head anymore because I don't. None of my players use them, and I don't use them.
Yeah, so it'd be a concentration check then.
I still don't even know what she was gonna cast.
Well, something bad, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Drew, I think you would recognize this spell.
But it's a clerical spell in nature.
It is,
Uh-oh.
but it's an enchantment,
Oh.
and it would be hold person.
Oh, shit.
Well, there's a whole bunch of saves that need to be rolled currently. Like, she needs to make a con save, and then you need to make a something save? Wiz save, I think?
Wisdom? Yeah.
Yeah, wisdom's.
Yeah, so let's see if she manages to cast
Yeah,
the spell
wisdom.
first, because she got hit for 13 points of damage, I think it was.
15.
15.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
'cause
she
I don't know why.
she
but
passed her
20.
concentration, so the spell goes off. So then that's a wisdom saving throw from
Mhm.
Callista.
And I have to beat a 16.
You have to beat a 15, I believe.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
believe you don't have any of those charges left on that.
The Luck
The-
of the Fates thing?
Yeah,
I
Ten.
think I might. Hold on.
that adds what, a D10, was it?
Yep,
Yeah.
1d10, which you'd still need 5. So, hey, it's better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
I unfortunately have not also been keeping track of those. I've been hoping that you were.
I am completely out of charges, so you're good on that. I think me and Basil are like either at the end of our charges or have one left on Basil.
I have one left.
Yeah.
Because it's three charges, right?
I
Correct.
have-
3 charges.
Okay, I have 2 charges left.
Okay,
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
will-
was about to say, I think Drew has the most left out of all of us.
I will
you can
use
definitely
one
give
of
it a
them.
shot. 1d10.
So 1d10. 1d10. Where is it? There it is. Fucking
Oh,
9.
Yeah, there you
Nice.
go. Okay.
Okay.
There you go. Woohoo! Thank you,
Oh
Tamura.
no.
And knowing that that's what she is casting on me, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go.
That doesn't work on me, darling.
And I'd be just kind of sitting here like, we could have just had a normal dialogue here. We didn't need it. Okay. Okay,
Oh.
well.
Shit, actually, she could have targeted both of you.
Oh,
But she didn't.
I mean, if you
Fine.
want to, I will let you retroactively.
Yes, no,
That's
no.
perfectly fine.
That's fine. She would have just targeted Callista anyway, because Callista's the more immediate threat.
Uh-huh. Also, the Avery was at least trying not to be a scary pants.
Yes.
But I apparently was intimidated enough that I had to call guards on me.
And so then she'll just kind of like seeing her spell fail, will cower back a little bit, but still is clutching hard onto her amulet. Which then takes us to Callista's turn in initiative. You want to give me a religion check to see if you recognize the amulet?
Ooh, yeah.
Do it, do it, do it.
Where's my religion? There it is.
Losing my religion.
Oh,
23.
Oh, natural 20.
He
Nice.
knows, or and they're like, she knows.
Yeah, so what you see is what appears to be an outward-facing palm of a hand that is completely black.
Hmm.
This is the symbol of Bane.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that like a super bad one?
Yes.
Oh my god.
She is a priestess of Bane.
Okay, you
Well,
can
that's
kill her
not
now.
good.
That's fine. She can die.
Look,
I
we
mean-
can do this the easy way, or we can do this the difficult way. I have some questions for you. I would like you to answer them.
Yeah. So just for chat and anyone who might be listening, Bane is the god of tyrannical oppression, terror, and hate.
All very fun words, you know.
Known across Faerun as the face of pure evil through malevolent despoty.
How?
I feel like Callista's a little too calm about
I mean, she's, technically part demon as a tiefling, so, it's just a normal Tuesday at this point, right?
Yeah, right.
Alright, Callista, what you doing? I mean, like, you basically said, like, like, we're doing this the hard way?
I'm asking her.
Yeah.
We could do this the easy way or the hard way.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
All right. Do I get it with advantage because she's already afraid?
Sure.
Oh.
23.
23. Alright. She yields, and you can exit initiative.
Now, that's
Oh,
much
thank
better.
God, this is way better. I prefer not murdering people if we can avoid it.
Now,
I'll
um,
die.
when we were in the theater, you had a friend with you.
Yes?
And who was that friend?
Well, I mean, I'll answer your question, but would you at least give me the courtesy of telling me who you are? Who you're working for?
Oh, yes. My name is Jenny. The bird person outside is
She,
This
I,
seems
I, I
like
just gave, I
Great.
just rolled her insight check. She sees straight through your lie, and so she says, right, Jenny. Yeah, I'm sure that really is your name. Don't see why you see the need to lie, but anyway, I am Ama Sercent. And my
Sercent?
Sercent. Yeah.
Okay.
And my friend after who you are inquiring is Agorn Fuoco.
what are these names?
What are you doing?
man?
I rolled a 26 on my insight. Are both of those their real names?
Yes.
Okay.
Warco?
Fuoco. You know,
Fuo-
like, yeah. Fuoco.
Boko?
Like Fuego, but with O's and a C instead.
The common last name Fuoco.
Well, you see, we were running after somebody, and they came into the theater, and slipped your friend a little something.
But someone slipped my friend something. I know nothing of
Yes.
this.
Can I insight check that?
Yep.
Insight.
21.
I guess
Yeah.
at this point I'd be joining them inside the.
She's
carriage.
telling the truth.
All right.
Well, we did see that your friend was at least somewhat accosted. I believe at one point you could even note in the theater he seemed surprised, like someone was trying to pick his pockets.
So, wait. So, was someone taking something from him or putting something in his pocket?
Unfortunately, we couldn't really say at the time because we only had so much distance we could glean this information from. That's why we stopped you in the first place, because, there could be something that nefarious that they put and slipped in you or your friend's pockets, or could be something worse, like they just straight up stole something from you.
Well, I have no knowledge of anyone who would have been trying to come into contact or give something to Agor.
Interesting.
Where would he be going?
Well, he'd be either going back to his place or possibly his mother's place.
And where are those places?
Well, suppose I'll tell you, even though I don't like ratting out a friend. He recently came into possession of a manor in the castle ward. But,
Oh, how nice. We recently came into possession of a manor.
But he had a lower class upbringing, and his mother lived somewhere down near the docks.
He was going west,
That's what I was
right?
just trying to figure out.
Yeah, so this means he would have been going towards Castle Ward?
So the chase and the theater was in the trades ward, towards the southern end of the trades ward. Here, I will switch you folks over to that map.
So going west from
Okay.
there would be the docks, right? Or have I messed
No,
up
the
trades
the
board now?
docks is further is south of the trades wards.
Well,
I'm
let's
pretty
find
sure.
ourselves on the map where we're at currently.
We were at the south of the trades wards, so
Yeah, the
Yeah.
roughly around
Oh yeah, he would have been going
this
towards the
area
docks.
of the trades ward.
so there's nowhere to go west besides either the docks or to go north.
Yeah.
So
Yes, you're correct.
her carriage would have been heading west, so probably off this way.
Oh,
and
all
he
right.
was heading off.
south.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, then there's really no other place than the dock ward.
All right. So how about we take a break,
Okay.
and when we come back, we will do the initiative with the other group.
It'll go just as well.
Haha.
I probably have
All right.
one last piece of dialogue with him, but that's fine.
So we will take a break. So hopefully you all can take a break as well. Stretch your legs,
Yes.
go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to do to make sure that you and your body stay healthy. We will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. See you all soon. And we're back.
Woohoo!
Hello.
Welcome back, everyone in chat. We are now going over to Peach and Basil, who are confronting the man who was sobbing in the theater after having crashed through the window of his carriage. So,
It's very elegantly done, though. They got in there very beautifully.
Yeah.
It finally happened. The 1 to the 20.
Oh,
Halfling luck has come for me again.
Oh,
was
nice.
that another 1 into 20?
Yes, yes, it was a 1.
Oh
into,
my
I
God.
got the 1 into the 2 today, so it owed me 1.
13 for Peach. I had a 1 and a 10.
That's rough.
But hey,
Okay.
we're matching up.
That turn 13. Which means that Basil will go first. So I'm picturing Basil in front of Peach since Peach was holding on to Basil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Basil blew Duff
Yeah.
out of one of the compartments, and then it didn't work. And looks really sad. It goes, "Here's another 150 gold gone," and then blows out of the other compartment. Another con saving throw.
Okay, con saving throw. He nat fails. Nat 1.
Unconscious for a full minute. Oh, thank you.
Oh my
Sweet
God.
Christ, thank you.
And that's combat.
We check his pockets.
Hey.
We check his pockets immediately.
Yeah, Peach goes and, like, he puts Basil down with one hand and checks the man's pockets with his other hand.
Okay,
And
I guess
then-
I'll just clear the initiative.
I guess I'll just go back to the other page real quick.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
it had to
like-
happen at some point.
yeah, and great job, honestly. And as Peach is rummaging through the guy's pockets, he's saying to Basil, "Wow, that was incredible, Basil. I've never seen poison work so fast before."
Basil gives a sniffle. Yeah, it's great. I just spent 300 gold just to do that. And then we'll come over and help Peach quickly rummage through pockets.
Yeah, so do I need to roll anything to check his pockets? Slash, do I even find anything in his pockets?
No,
Did
he
we
ha-
fuck
he-
up?
He has two very kind of like obvious pockets, like
Okay.
kind of like on the sides of his torso.
Uh-huh.
Like almost kind of like large jacket pockets, almost like on his robes. And in his right hand side pocket, you can actually see the bulge. From the pocket, and when you reach in, you touch a cold stone-like surface. And
Uh-oh.
as you pull out the item from his pocket,
Uh-huh.
there is a glossy greenish-gray stone in the palm of your hand.
Oh.
Does this look
And it
magical in any
has-
way?
And it has kind of like these 3 hooded eye spots going down the stone.
Does it look like the picture that my father showed me?
It
way
does.
long.
I immediately throw a cloth over this on your hand. I wrap it in the cloth, and I just throw it in the bag of holding.
Well,
deal with that
hold
later.
on.
Because I was already holding it.
Ah, dang it.
Where?
Come on, you need one pass on a check here. You got this, Peach.
Okay,
If
however,
you do this, we're home free.
yeah, except the last time I had to do a save involving my mind in any way, I got mind wiped by a freaking mind flayer baby, so...
Forget about that part. This is not the same. This is 2 different events.
Yeah, that's true. I would hope that I can succeed in a check against a rock.
Yep.
Come on, there's got to be an art handout for this here somewhere.
Oh, we're looking for the art. Okay. Okay.
Um. Well, we'll do this, I guess. That work?
Oh.
Also,
Oh.
apparently unconscious for 8 hours.
Oh God.
Oh,
So maybe just hold off on. So look at the picture. Don't read the description yet.
But Shadow.
But I can
I don't
click
even
it.
see the description.
But I can click it.
So.
I mean, that's a very disturbing looking rock, I have to say. I don't
Yeah.
like it. I don't like it at all.
This is why we all need to wear gloves 24/7.
Well, in game time, I've still only just taken it out of his pocket. So what happens to me?
Yeah. So nothing explicitly happens to you when you are just holding it. You
Okay.
do feel a magical emanation coming from it, and it almost feels as if there's something kind of like prodding at your mind a little bit, almost kind of like just trying to like almost like read your thoughts, but it's not getting anywhere.
So
Drop it into the cloth.
so Peach takes it out, looks at the stone, recognizes it immediately from the thing that his dad showed him. And like gets spooked from that, looks at Basil, hikes Basil up under his
Drop it
arm.
into the cloth. Don't hold it. It's so bad.
He's going to tuck it into one of his pouches and then switch places with his Echo, which is like still outside. And then like basically leave the carriage that way. And then like just calmly begin going in the opposite direction, holding Basil under his arm. It's like, well, I guess we should go back to the manor now, huh?
Just gonna whisper in your ear. Is it like so bad that we can't like stop and take proper precautions, and we need to go back immediately bad, or is it so bad that like we need to run home right now bad?
What do you mean?
Well, we just left, and we should. If it's magic. If it is the thing that we're looking for, it's like super bad and people can trace it, so we need to put it in a place that they can't trace, like a dimensional space.
Oh, yes, that's very smart. Yes, of course. And Peach will take out one of the handkerchiefs that his dad made him, and he will very carefully wrap the in it, and then put it into the bag of holding.
Basil's just giving, yeah, great, okay, now let's casually walk away.
You mean I will casually walk away? I am carrying you.
Right, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm not walking, but yeah.
Here, I think it's less awkward if you ride on my back, piggyback style.
Oh, I'm good. Hold on, hold on, I gotta sneeze. And then Basil sneezes, and a bunch of fur starts leaking out.
Oh,
bunch
Basil,
of blue
that's
fur.
extremely horrible.
Well, I think I shed it all off. It's everywhere inside of here now, though.
Well, then we better go back to the manor.
Should we meet up with them? I think they're just right there. Because we both only went one turn in each direction.
Pretty much.
Oh, in that case, we'll just stand here and wait. And Peach will stand there and like give a little wave.
Okay.
I believe after we finish talking to the lady, I don't know about the religious stuff. Only Callista does, so I'd probably reach over and cast Cure Wounds on the lady. Before bidding her adieu. Of course, a 4. You know what? That's fine. She gets 4 hit points. Yay!
Okay.
Woo!
And she just eyes you kind of suspiciously, and she says, "Thanks."
Well, it's not the best healing. You definitely should see about heading to any sort of. You know what? I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
I will put my crossbow away and start to get out of the back of the carriage. And I'll stop and pause and turn back around and look at her and go,
Your god is an asshole. You might want to check about seeing to getting another one.
and then I'll leave.
Okay.
Yeah, we're questioning people's religious choices. Let's go.
We'll just like make a motion at you guys and like try to walk off inconspicuously.
Yeah, so like you're each like no more than like 100 feet
Yeah,
in either
we really
direction
didn't get
from
far.
from outside the theater. Yeah, about 100 feet in either direction.
We abscond.
Yep.
Did they stop the other carriage?
Yeah, you see the carriage like trundling off, like the driver apparently none the wiser, with like a big broken window.
No,
I guess so. They were
when
pretty quick up the line.
when you broke into the window, it like came to a stop shortly thereafter. But then like the driver was just kind of like trying to figure out what was happening inside, but like too scared to do anything.
Yes, so you see the carriage trundling off with like a little broken window and the curtains fluttering in the breeze, and you just see the two of us going, "Hi."
I guess they did. This should
So
be a
it's-
great story, I bet.
So he was unconscious, and you took the stone from him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I left a. He's technically also poisoned for 8 hours, but we didn't do any damage to him, so it's fine. He's just gonna feel sick for like a sore throat for 8 hours.
So you just like left the driver to like take him off to wherever he was heading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We kept him with all the stuff.
Yeah, except the stone. I
Okay.
mean, you didn't say that we found anything else on him, but if we did find anything else on him, we left it there because
Yeah.
it's less suspicious. Apparently, he didn't know he had it, so.
I mean, there was potentially some other stuff you could find on him. I guess you want to deal with that.
I think both Peach and I locked in. We don't need any more heat from this.
Yeah, like
Just
we
take the
want.
stone and go.
Yeah, we wanted to get in and then get out and then not have the driver notice us. So I think it makes the most sense if we didn't find anything else. And even if we did, we just ignored it completely.
Okay.
Avery,
Mhm.
do you think they found the stone, or
Well,
are they just fucking around?
Peach seems very happy, and so one would assume they successfully did it. The cart's already pulling away. I guess they were just as quick as we were.
All
I'm
right,
waving
well,
and running up to you guys. It went so bad.
What do you mean?
It went so bad. We found it. It went so bad.
Oh.
We should leave. We didn't find anything. It was a dead end again. We should go back immediately. We found it. We gotta get out of here right now.
And then Peach leans in very quietly and said, "I put it in the bag."
I just kind of nod and look at Callista like.
yes.
And then-
Good thumbs down.
Let's get out of here.
I agree.
Do. Off we go to the manor.
We actually did it.
We
Okay.
did it.
Did we? So
I
how,
can't
how
believe
much
the
have we?
Chaos Gremlins actually succeeded.
How much did we circumvent here?
Do we save you a whole session here, Shadow?
Probably at least a session and a half.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Woohoo!
So wait, did we do
We're
something?
catching up.
Did we do something good?
Yep.
Awesome.
I mean, I was just gonna let like you guys play it out however it played out and not try to be too railroady. But yeah, there was like because it all depended on like, do you chase after the vet, you stay in the theater and try and deal with them, which is what you wound up doing, and then like that, and then it's like are you able to chase them down after like they're trying to get out during like the whole like evacuation and all that kind of stuff, and then like it's
You chase down their carriages.
well,
you
like,
cost them.
yeah, like who do you follow, but like you split up and you follow both of them, and then there's like stuff about like
I feel like breaking into the Fuoco Manor was probably on the table, and I really didn't want to break into another manor again.
Well,
I
like
get absolutely.
it's supposed to be that you can track down that he goes to the docks ward, and then
Oh,
like that's the like canon whatever next encounter happens down in there, and it's supposed to be that like after they escape off in the carriages, like you can take a break at that point, and then like discover later on, you know, that you find out like okay, he went here and whatever, and you go there, and then there's a whole like set of encounter stuff that can happen there, and then there's stuff that can develop out of that goes off to another encounter, and then that can all develop into other stuff, and then eventually after all of that, you wind up with the stone.
well, sorry that we chopped down your tree real
Ah.
quick.
Considering that it's like a 50-meter oak right now, a little bit of chopping probably wouldn't hurt.
All right, but you're heading back to Troll Skull Manor, with the stone of galore in your possession.
Can we get a long rest?
Yeah,
The
I am
Yes.
burned out of everything.
I haven't had a spell in 2 sessions.
You used up 300 gold worth of stuff.
Oh, it was brutal.
You probably imagine one of you on the way back would say something about that.
Basil is softly crying a little bit as we're walking back.
What's wrong, Basil?
It's nothing. I mean, I really tapped, you know, the full suite of abilities that I have, and used every trick at their disposal, and you had to burn through a little tonight.
And I kind of raised an eye like, how much did you burn through?
For totaling the entire day, like 400, between all the potions and the abilities and like the various requirements to make them. That's not to mention the like 3 to 4 days worth of just solid brew time that they each need. Yeah, so it's been a lot.
Well, I don't have the means right now to compensate you that much.
Oh,
but
no. I like to invest my time into this, and like I spend all the money I get into this because you know it shouldn't be on you guys to pay for the things that I try to invent, and I don't want you to pay for something that inevitably goes nowhere, which does happen a lot. Both mom and dad were not happy about that.
This time you did contribute to getting our main objective, so...
What are you talking about? We didn't get the main objective.
Right. Right. But anyway, I go ahead and hand you 50 gold coins.
Oh, that's please,
Just take it.
okay. All right. I'll immediately put it into brewing more of the ether, because it's at least handy.
Consider it an investment for your future endeavors.
Oh, also, Basil, I will need you to brew some more of the drow poison if it is possible. I used it up, attempting to poison that horrible lady.
Yeah, yeah. I think I have 1 or 2 just hanging around waiting for me when we get back. I think it's just 1. So yeah, I have some ready to go. I also need to make some more healing potions. Okay, well. I just pat my coin purse. Okay, we'll be fine.
Well, let's go back and have a proper rest. It's been a horrifically long night.
I'd have to agree.
Someone needs to get rid of those exhaustion points too.
What do you mean?
It was just for the first like 5 minutes that we're walking, there's just a trail of blue fur coming out of Basil that's slowly disintegrating in the snow.
Basil, are you shedding?
Oh, right, I sneezed and all my fur came off.
Oh yes, it was really horrible. I was holding him and then all his hair exploded out of his clothes.
Well,
It's perfectly normal.
good,
Right?
I
Yeah.
guess.
Now I don't have to shave when we get back.
No,
That
as
would have
bright
been
side is
mildly
everything, I
entertaining,
guess.
though.
I guess I could have melted it all off. That would have sucked.
Well, it's a good thing you don't have to do that anymore.
Do we pass by the yawning portal or something on the way back? Like, how far into the docks were we?
We were on like we weren't even in the docks ward. We were still in the trades ward.
Yeah.
So
The yawning portal wouldn't be that far out of your way.
Okay, because I think Peach, after a very long night, would be looking to get like some kind of a warm drink. Like a nice, soothing, warm beverage.
Yeah,
to
like
hold on the way
warm
back.
milk.
l-
I mean,
l-
like warm
like
milk, yeah.
like if anything, like where you stopped the carriage was like about halfway between your dad's shop and the yawning portal.
Peach probably ponders then if he goes to his dad's place or the yawning portal, because he does want the sentimental value of like a childhood warm drink, but at the same time he doesn't want to be too suspicious because his dad has inculcated within him, don't give up my secret identity and don't do anything too weird that might compromise me. So he's like, he waffles for a bit and he goes, is it okay if we take a detour to the yawning portal to get a warm drink to take away? I'm feeling very exhausted.
I'm good with that. After this disappointing night that we've had, it would be great.
Yes.
You want to stop at the bar?
Yes, but not for alcohol. I want to be awake when I get home.
Great. Is it all right with you if I get alcohol?
Oh, yes, because I know I am strong enough to carry you home.
Good. I'm going to get several.
Is there like an alcohol that's like better than the other alcohols?
Define better.
Well, I've never really. I just see people drink a lot. Never really had the time. But like, it feels like we should wallow in our self pity, celebrate that something happened. We didn't mess up.
I like this idea that maybe Basil is incapable of tasting the difference between alcohols because he eats poison constantly.
Yes.
Yeah. Would alcohol even work on Basil?
No. So like, is there like what I should drink? Like, is there like a cool one?
Yes, there's several cool ones.
All right, I'll get one cool one.
All right. I'll pick a good one for you. Let's go.
So yeah, we'll stop at the yawning portal for drinks, and then
Peach gets one warm drink.
I'd probably go ahead and have some tea, and of course I have to have milk with it now. It's gotta be tradition at this point.
I would order some sort of hard alcohol for myself, like a whiskey or something like that. And then I would order the most hardcore
Absinthe.
yeah, absinthe, super absinthe, Satan absinthe for Basil.
If it's absinthe, he drinks it and goes like, leafy, or something like that.
Licorice.
Yeah, exactly. Licorice.
yeah, it would be like what is it? Star anus, right?
No snuff.
I believe it's pronounced either anise or anise.
Yeah.
Anus. Basil will do it in one, no matter how big it is. Just goes, "Wah!"
With that exact Foley.
Oh yeah.
And even though I'm partially exhausted, I am not gonna let my guard down at all. I'm just gonna be sipping the tea, but I'm always gonna be keeping an eye on Basil and that bag of holding to make sure no one touches that fucking bag.
Yeah, it's like strapped to the front of Basil. You know how kids when they like have their books closer by, they strap them to the front. It's strapped to the front of him, underneath the cloak. The moment we get home, I'm identifying the stone. By the way.
Okay.
That's happening before any bed has been touched. I'll gather everyone around. We'll cast Identify, and then we'll all get the down low on what's actually going on with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Peach will warn Basil ahead of time to be careful when he touches it, if he has to touch it, because he'll say, "I felt very funny when I touched it."
Oh,
Could you imagine just normal bar patrons just sitting there and they're hearing this conversation? Just
Oh no, we
happenstance?
definitely went upstairs for this. Or actually, Shadow, do we go into the basement for this?
Well,
Basil,
you-
where would you go to identify?
I
Because
was
we're obviously
imagining
not doing this in the bar.
Yeah, I was imagining that we'd go upstairs to our unit.
Okay, yeah.
like-
Oh, I
okay.
thought we were still in the yawning portal, so that's why I was
I
getting around.
wasn't even gonna talk about the stone until we got back, but it is one of those things where it's like to put like a nice little button on all of this of the no matter what, that's getting identified before the long rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So we're upstairs, and I would warn you that I felt funny when I touched it. It felt a little bit like when I touched the axe, the magic axe, when it talked to me,
Oh.
except the stone didn't talk to me. It just felt very funny.
I do have to touch it, but I don't know if that also allows me to. It doesn't look like I can resist whatever. I have to touch it. I don't know if that requires. There's no attunement, at least. So I
Yeah.
don't know if I can trip anything with that. Because Basil's all about magic item safety. So would be like touching it with gloves on
It-
count?
well, it won't really do anything until someone attunes to it.
Great, awesome, yeah. Basil will be like, all right, well, as long as we don't like accept it into our souls, we should be okay, right?
Well, it does look very menacing and unpleasant. I would not want to accept such a thing into my soul.
Yeah, so basically like the details that you would learn is that it was originally an aberration that has been turned into this stone artifact. It will communicate telepathically with anyone who attunes to it. It will confer both beneficial and detrimental effects that are determined upon attuning to it. And when you are attuned to it, you can communicate with it telepathically, and it knows a lot of knowledge, and it will want knowledge in return for its knowledge.
It reminds me
Sounds
of the.
pleasant.
It reminds me of the curse on Easel's book. Once give it a bunch of crabgrass knowledge, that'll get you the good stuff.
Do any of us know what an aberration is? Is that something you learn like in grade 1 of Waterdeep?
I mean, like, Bruce being a ranger would definitely know what an aberration is. I think all of you would at least have the basic understanding that an aberration is some kind of creature that is like from beyond the regular material plane. It is
Oh, okay.
like it's things like mind flayers, beholders.
Oh, great.
That would explain why the Xanathar Guild wants this so badly.
Oh,
Oh.
do you think they're trying to change it back into a mind flayer?
Possibly.
Well, do mind flayers have eyes? Are they normally denoted by eyes?
Well,
Or isn't that
usually.
the other one? We saw it at the guy's shop with the big bowl head and the stalks coming out of it.
The beholder.
Oh,
Yes, but beholders usually have more than 3 eyes.
well, the stone is very small, so maybe they can only fit 3 into the carving. See, this eye is even shaped a little funny, like they ran out of space. They started carving this one very large, and then as they went down the stone, they realized they had to carve it smaller.
Someone could make a, what would we call this? Like an history or an arcana check that the Stone of Galore actually kind of vaguely resembles the kind of aberration it's derived from.
I had a +7, so I figured I'd swing for history, but I only rolled a 3.
That's a 7 from Peach, who is an idiot.
Okay?
Come on, Mr. Ranger.
It's not a good stat of mine either.
If someone
Yeah.
gives you the help action, I can roll again.
Nope.
I did say history or arcana. Did you all want to try the arcana check then?
Yeah, I'll try.
All right.
I still got
Oh, sure,
+4.
I'll kind of.
Nope.
I literally got the exact same roll.
Hey, Basil.
Even worse.
So, Basil, you recognize then that both the color of the Stone of Galore and the fact that it has these 3 vertical eyes makes it kind of reminiscent of an aboleth.
Oh God. Oh shit.
Peach has never heard of such a thing.
I mean, Hoodie has heard of such a thing. Great. So excited. But Basil's like, wait, I think one of these and runs to the library full of the books
Mhm.
that Tam had received, and then runs out with one. I was looking around for some like crazy stuff that maybe could make good poisons, and look at this, and I'll slam the book of the Aboleth onto the table.
Oh, that looks horrible.
Let me see if I have.
It
Aha,
is
here it
very
is.
bad.
There. That is an aboleth.
Well, that looks
Mhm.
quite frightening.
Yeah, real
So it
bad customer.
Has that same kind of grayish green color and the 3 vertical eyes. And so that book that you find there, Basil, will also say that aboleths, like they're known for having flawless memories.
Known for having flawless memories. Wow, it really just praises. This is a weird book. It only praises the weird, gross, crazy space monster. It doesn't give any of the negatives. Huh.
Well, I mean, like that's the main
Yeah.
point of interest. Like there's stuff about like how aboleth's minds are treasure troves of ancient lore, recalling moments from prehistory with perfect clarity. They plot patiently and intricately across eons. They dwell mainly in watery environments, including ocean abysses, deep lakes, and the elemental plane of water. Aboleths use their telepathic powers to read the minds of creatures and know their desires. An aboleth uses this knowledge to gain a creature's loyalty, promising to fulfill such wants in exchange for obedience.
I think I used this creature or a creature like this as one of the bosses in my campaign. This isn't the same creature that can also make you see terrible things, is it? It's so much text on this page. For
It does a
just like
lot.
I'm just trying to read the like fluff. I don't look at stats because that's spoilery. I don't think so. It must have been another one. But man, aberrations are great. I love them every time.
So Peach hears Basil detail all of this and says, so I think we can agree that we are all going to put it in the bag and then never talk about it again?
why did people want this? Why is everybody so like, we needed this because this was the thing that either got us into or knows about the dragon vault?
The
Whatever-
vault, yeah.
yeah,
The vault that
vault
has
that
all
has
the
literally
embezzled
over
money
500,000
that Renair's
dragons.
dad had, yeah.
So does this know where that is, and that's why everyone wants this? Because I don't want you or you or me or anyone I know to ever touch this.
Yes,
That would be the assumption.
it would make sense if it did know, because it says so in this book that you just read to us, that aboleths know a lot of things with perfect memory and clarity.
Okay, so to get the information for Renair, we will have to touch this at some point, maybe, probably, gross, ew, icky, gross. Which then leads us to the problem of what happens once you've accepted it into your brain mind thing, and then it's like, yum, I love it here. How do we detach that? We should work on making sure that we can get a person out of this once they get into it.
Oh, your identify spell did not tell you how we can get out of it?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think it normally tells me if something's cursed. It's just like, there are good things and there are bad things and there are curses or not curses, but I can't really identify what like a curse is. I don't really
Oh.
know anything about that, but I'd also
Well-
don't trust this because this seems insane.
Well, if it is a curse, then we should definitely not give it to Callista, because Callista, you can remove curses, can't you?
Not today, but yes, I can.
So, if somebody does have to accept it, it should not be Callista. But we can think about that tomorrow. We are all very tired and very stressed.
Agreed.
Basil's picking it up with tongs and putting it in a jar, and then capping the jar, and then putting that jar in another jar, and capping that jar, and then wrapping it up in a cloth.
Also, I thought that was the key.
Oh,
Is it
Yeah,
the key just
that is true.
metaphorically?
Or maybe the knowledge for access to it.
yeah, because I don't think this opens anything up. None of the description was about like opening stuff up. It was about like knowledge and trading knowledge and having a thing in your brain.
Well, maybe it's a metaphor for a key. So it tells us where the vault is, and then it tells us what the key is to the vault.
No, let's hope so.
For now, let's get some rest.
Putting it in a pillowcase, turning it all upside down, and then putting it in the bag.
I think that's good, Basil.
I've seen so many magic items do so many bad things to so many people. You never know.
Oh, well, wait a moment. I have something that I think might help. And then Peach will go downstairs to the kitchens and then come back with like prototype aluminum foil and then wrap that around.
I pull it back out. Wrap it
we'll
around.
wrap it around that and
Yeah.
then put it into the bag of holding.
Yeah, there was
Giant
this
sphere.
whole slew of people that came in to the morgue like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years back, all with their heads just cleanly cut off. Apparently some guy got like a crazy sword and just killed a bunch of people. It was nuts.
Vorpal sword.
Well, now that we are all safe from the horrible stone, let's all sleep.
I'm gonna hide the bag under a floorboard so we're all aware that that's happening. And then I'll hide it somewhere else, maybe. Or not. I don't know. I'm a little paranoid about this, but yeah, I'll go to sleep. Sleeping will be great.
Are you sure you would not rather have somebody else look after the bag?
I'm real tired. So maybe I can't make this decision. I think I might just sleep out here, looking at the bag.
Honestly, I think Basil is the best one to look after the bag.
Oh,
I mean-
that is true.
Really, I would want the most paranoid person to keep an eye on it.
I do
Yes.
have cans strung up in my room in case anyone tries to enter without my knowledge. So,
See? There- perfect example.
Well, because you could die if you go in there without me being there, right? Like, and I don't want that.
So we
You
all
can
decide
die.
to let Basil be the caretaker of the stone, and we all go to bed.
All right, sounds good. there's nothing that we need before I start refreshing everything. Is there anything we have to do prior? Shadow, are we good?
It's
Nope.
too late. Click the button. We can't go back.
Nope. You get
Alright.
your long rest.
Woohoo!
Cool.
Are you telling me that Oleander doesn't come in the middle of the night and skin us all alive? No? That's not...
Nope.
Okay.
You are safe for this night.
Well, I don't like that.
So, in the morning, Peach wakes up in his tower room, and it's going to be the usual, like, pre-dawn hour.
Okay.
But he is going to message his dear father and tell him, "Hello, father. We found the stone last night. It is creepy and terrible."
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I'll go downstairs and start
You would
making tea.
immediately get a message back saying, what have you done with it? Where is it?
Well, I can't reply, Dad. You gave me a sending stone and let me only send one message.
Okay.
But Peach will get this message back and then he'll sigh and then like he'll go downstairs, set up tea for everybody, and then fly over to his father's place because clearly his dad wants to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's flying out, he says, "Ah, parents and their technology."
A little reverse positions there.
Yeah. Peach, I want to stay in touch with you. Okay, father, I would love that very much. But you will only be able to send one message to me. Oh no, father, what a horrible idea.
Okay.
As you're
So-
flying over, you're just doing this.
Yeah.
You will arrive at Oleander's shop.
I'll knock because father always said knock. It's
Mhm.
a very specific knock, so he knows not to attack me when I go through the door.
And it is early morning, so it's before he opens his shop.
So I go in. Do 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 do.
And he comes downstairs. He's like, "Ah, there you are, Peach.
Hello,
As-
father.
It was most interesting news that you sent me."
Yes, father. However, father, I really must say, I do not like the sending stone plan you have. I can only send you one message, and you can only send me one message back, and both of those messages can only be 20 words long. It is very annoying, father.
Yes, well, it is very useful in emergencies,
That's
but
true.
um, in other such instances, it's not. It doesn't take so long for you to fly across the city to come talk to me.
That's true. But it was very cold on the way here, so I'm going to make myself tea. He's going to mince
Mhm.
over and very righteously make himself some tea.
Very well. So, what have you learned about the stone? Where are you keeping it?
So, of course, he's going to get the extremely overlong, unnecessarily detailed exploit of how we found the stone from the entire hoopla with the mill all the way to the theater. So, he's
Mhm.
going to go through all of that. And then finally, he's going to, like, basically go through what Basil said and then say, "But you should be relieved, father, because we put it into 3 jars and wrapped it in a cloth, and then I wrapped it in aluminum foil, and then we put it into the bag of holding so it will not hurt anybody."
So it is under the care, essentially, of one of your companions.
Yes, but don't worry, Father. He is very paranoid, so it will never ever leave his person.
Well, and speaking of your misadventures over the night, you did send me a message concerning those folks in that one house by the pie shop.
Oh, yes, I did. But, Father, I was very angry when I messaged about that.
Did you discover the presents I left for you?
We hadn't gotten into the basement yet.
Peach goes, "What are you talking about, Father?"
Oh, you should check your cellar when you get home.
Peach, like, fluffs up Studio Ghibli style. And he goes, "Father, did you flay somebody in our basement again?"
You should check your cellar when you get home.
Meanwhile, I'm just going down into the cellar to go ahead and grab something from the bar. What do I see, Shadow?
So, like, when you go down the stairs, there's the room in the cellar where like there's like the chair, and then like Peach put up the sign that says no flaying. And now there are 2 chairs there, unconscious bodies, like tied to these chairs. And then next to the no flaying sign, there's like an additional like sticky note sign with a frowny face.
As soon as I was going down there, I'm like, we're gonna leave that for later, and I'm gonna go walk right back up the stairs.
You do the Grandpa Simpson when he walks into the bordello.
Yeah.
Walk in, take the hat off, put it down, see by,
Turn
put the hat back on, walk back on.
Essentially, yep. I've had enough of a day yesterday to not want to be involved this early with something.
So as a consequence of this visit, Peach is going to be a little bit late coming in from downstairs. He's going to fly really hard back after telling his father that, "Father, I am leaving now, but I will let you know I am thinking extremely ugly things about you." And then he is going to fly back home and then go in through the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's flying.
Okay.
So he'll come in from downstairs.
Okay.
Probably while we're waiting, there'd be some sort of conversation between the 3 of us as we're all starting our morning. I'm assuming.
What time is it?
Basil is still in his room. And there's noise.
What would be the time at this point?
I don't know. I mean, it was before Oleander opened his shop. And then Peach comes back. Call it. Well, by the time Peach gets back, call it like 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, Callista would just be getting up at that point.
Yeah, I imagine then just as Callista is waking up, you hear Peach like outside Basil's door knocking and saying, "Basil, I am not coming in by accident. I'm just making sure that you haven't exploded in the night."
Oh, yeah, you can come in. The cans are gonna go off, but it's fine.
I try to open the door very gently, but the cans go off anyway.
Basil is like covered in like wood scraps. Has a carving knife out. And it looks like it's frantically standing up. "Hey, so what's up?" Just leaning casually on a chair. "How's
Well,
it going?"
I just wanted to make sure that you actually slept, because usually when you're stressed, you don't sleep.
"Oh, I passed out on the floor holding the bag. I figured I couldn't live that life anymore after I woke up 3 hours later and my back really hurt. So I made a trap desk." I slap it.
Peach says, "Oh, then you must be very hungry. Please come downstairs and have breakfast or something."
"Oh, and you'll notice I can carry around my bag of holding because this horn, now useless, I've made something else. Something that holds it just the same." but not really as good as the bag folding. And it's in the trap desk, and I don't know if I can get it back out. So, all right, I'm good now.
So Basil and I go downstairs, and I guess we see Cruz sitting at the counter or whatever, wherever it is. We have breakfast, like after discovering the unconscious bodies.
Yeah, I'd just be sitting there kind of like holding my head like, oh god, another morning like this.
That's
And like, oh, good morning, you two.
Oh, hello, Cruz. You're looking very unhappy.
Well, it would appear that we have unconscious visitors in our cellar again.
Peach
Although
says,
I will say they aren't dead this time.
"Oh, oh."
I also go ahead and take the little post-it note that was attached to the end of the sign and hand it over. This was on the edge of your sign you made.
Peach never in his life has ever seen his father draw a frowny face. So he looks at it, and this convinces him his dad did not do whatever happened last night. So he hands it back with immense distaste.
Oh, okay. I figured
This
you'd get some
seems
sort
like
of
a
reaction out of that.
This seems like a terrible practical joke. Why would they paste something so flippant on my very serious sign?
I have
Basil's
no
having a
idea.
completely different reaction. Basil is so they know where we are, and he's just stroking the knife that he's been carving with. I'm like, so they know where we live? Then you get the
Oh.
stone. That's not good.
Oh, well, wait. We don't know who the bodies are. Who are they?
Are they dead already, or just
No, no.
motions towards the knife?
Cruz said that the bodies were just unconscious, not dead.
Yes.
Right. So, are we gonna motion just flailing too wildly with the knife a little bit? So, are we gonna do something about that, or?
Peach puts a hand on Basil's shoulder and says, "Well, wait a moment. We don't know who these people are, because having seen the sticky note, he now thinks, oh, these bodies have nothing to do with the present that my dad left me."
Would
He
I
is
have
now
been
thinking,
down there long enough to identify the
Yeah.
unconscious, or were they like masked over with some
No,
sort
no,
of
no.
cloth or something?
They're just unconscious, but you would have recognized them as the man and the woman from the Zentrum
Yeah, I'd
house.
immediately say it was the man and the woman from last night that we knocked unconscious.
The two people connected to the guild that now hates us and now knows where we live after a thing that we've just. Okay, so just calm down.
Well, the thing is they're locked in our cellar here, Sir Basil. So
we gotta keep them down there forever, right?
I don't know if that's the maneuver we are supposed to
We don't
make
have to feed
here.
them like a crust of bread a day. Just gag their mouths. They don't ever have to talk again.
wait, I am extremely confused. How would they have gotten into our cellar and then become unconscious?
That is why
they were unconscious
I'm...
when we left them, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
that
okay.
is what I'm questioning as well. That would mean someone we know has access to our establishment and apparently has enough of a humor to place a sort of symbol on your sign you so lovingly made there, Peach.
Well, the sign was very important to me.
Yes, but do you have any idea who that could be? Because one would assume they have maybe some connection with you. If they
Peach
were willing
thinks
to
about-
be jokish with you.
Peach thinks about it, and he genuinely cannot think of anybody who would joke with him about his sign, so he actually quite honestly says no.
Well, we'll shelf that for now, but it is concerning that someone has easy access to our establishment while we're sleeping and puts bodies unconsciously in our cellar.
And that played
While
one that
we're
one time,
asleep.
right?
And then
Yes.
That was the played one.
Lith like floats over with his ghostly form, and will kind of ghostly tap Peach's shoulder, and then wipe his finger and some of some beer or something from on the counter, and then use it to draw on the counter an elf head.
Oh, weird. That's a. Why would an
Huh,
elf be here? That's crazy.
and then like points at Peach and nods.
Peach, do you know elves?
Peach goes, "Of course I know elves. A lot of them buy things."
Yeah, that's true. Liv, do you want friends? I'm gonna. Basil starts walking towards me.
And then like
About this time,
Lift will just like point elf head, Peach, cellar door.
Okay.
Peach, elf head, cellar door.
So someone.
Peach goes, did someone leave a head in the cellar for me? I am not going to look at it, Liv. I will throw up.
I didn't see any signs of that extensive of blood.
And then
boss.
like Lift just face palms.
It's an elf that you know that
Yeah,
left
I
the bodies
think-
here, is what Liv is saying, right?
I believe Liv is trying to say you know this person, Peach, and it is of elven origins.
Oh.
Like Nevercaught? It's probably Nevercaught. That would make sense. Hey,
Oh.
you
Could
talked to
be.
Nevercaught?
That's true. And then Peach goes, and he is a very slimy individual who pointed a gun at you for fun. He would leave a sign like this on my sign.
But we all know Nevercaught, so why was it specifically Liv pointing at Peach?
Because I received the letter from him.
I suppose.
I'll probably need a bigger knife. I'll be right back.
Wait,
Basil will
why
start running
do
upstairs.
you need a bigger knife? Oh, good morning, Callista.
Take care of it.
And then like Lift like jumps up and down angrily. He's like waving his hands. And he puts up a stop motion. And then he like runs into the kitchen, finds an egg, brings it back out. Then holds up the egg, points at Peach, points at the egg, points at the elf head, and then cradles the egg.
Are you trying to say something very specific here, Liv?
Peach looks at Liv cradling this egg and says, "That's extremely offensive."
So an elf named Eggman broke it.
I-
Egg?
I'm sorry for pushing the envelope here, but I believe he's trying to say that maybe it's your father, Peach.
Peach draws his head back a little bit and he says, "No, that cannot be right. My father would not leave a silly little message on my sign."
Doesn't make a lot of sense either, because as far as we know, he's not an elf.
Yeah, he is a half elf.
Oh,
So-
right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, you're good.
Peach says, "Well, thank you, Liv. This is still very important because this means it's somebody who knows to disguise themselves as my father."
I am insight checking the fuck out of Peach right now.
I am hung up on the
You gotta
fucking...
be kidding me, a 15, okay?
Okay, I am hung up on the frowny emoji, so that has me convinced it's never caught. It has me convinced it's not my dad because of that. So, what Cruz gets from this is that Peach, knowing his dad to be an utterly humorless person, is extremely convinced that it's not him. Like,
Mhm.
regardless of whether or not I'm right or wrong, I'm very convinced because of my judgment of his character, as opposed to I don't want it to be him. You know
And
what I mean?
I'll be looking at Peach, and then I'll shift my eyes over to Liv, then back at Peach, and back at Liv, and I'll
Basil-
wait for Liv's reaction to me breaking down what I just said.
Basil runs through the scene holding a giant machete. All right, I'm going to the basement, guys.
Wait, Basil.
You all look terribly flustered. Did any of you sleep last night?
Basil just whips around. There's sawdust that comes off of his hair. What?
Oh, yes, somebody disguised as my father came into our basement last night and left people in the basement.
Was it your father?
No, because there was a very stupid message pasted onto my sign that meant a lot to me.
And he wouldn't do something like that.
No, he would not. My
All
father
right.
does not have a sense of humor.
right?
Regardless, there are 2 unconscious people who we are enemies of in our basement who need to bleed.
Who are these people?
And then like Liff is just like rolling his eyes and this like extremely frustrated, and then like he like runs off. He goes to like the storeroom and he finds some flour, and then like he like flours up his hands, and then like comes back, and then he'll like use the flour to write on the counter, Peach Dad plus Eladrin.
Oh, okay, so I mean that's pretty. You can't really shake a stick at that one. That one, I mean, I have a machete and I can't even really shake it at that. That's crazy.
Peach looks at it and is very, very quiet for a long moment, and then goes, "None of this makes sense to me." He sounds very helpless now.
It's great news. Your dad has a sense of humor. Isn't that good? Also, how do you break in here? Does he know how to get in? Do I need to make other... The machete's coming closer to the body. Do I need to shore up the defenses?
Peach is like, "I don't know. Everything is so confusing now."
So there's people in our basement. How?
Yes.
Whoever put them there, maybe Peach's
And then like Lift,
father or not.
We
Lift
just kinda
points.
motioned.
Yeah, like Lift is like motions at like the message he wrote.
Who is in the basement?
Oh, the people in the house that we broke into.
Why are they in
Yes,
the
the-
basement?
Well, one would assume that
Well,
someone messaged or did something.
yeah, if it was your dad, did you like say anything about these people to your dad last night in like the heat of the moment?
Peach swivels his head and he thinks about it because he's wondering like what exactly he's going to say, and he goes, "Well, I did mention it this morning."
Okay, so but you didn't say anything last night to your dad.
No.
And I'd be sitting there going like,
Peach, look at-
insight check.
Yeah, look at me. You didn't say anything to your dad last night?
Peach looks at him and he says no.
Okay,
20.
What
Do I have
did
to roll
you just
deception? I guess I do.
deception. Yeah.
That is a 16.
Basil walks up before the aviary says anything. I trust you, Peach. So yeah, I mean, probably wasn't your dad then.
I am going to remain silent, but I am 100% convinced of what I know now. I don't need to even think about it further. I know what's up.
Right, so it would seem to me that we have a problem.
Yeah, we have 2 know-it-alls in the basement, and they need to get gone.
You know, we don't have to actually kill them. You could just ask whatever questions you want from them, knock them unconscious again, and then just deliver them to the guards. They wouldn't
Knock
know our
them unconscious
location.
again. I have so many poisons. All right, hold on. I'll put the machete back. Run back upstairs.
There's no need to murder them. I just...
And then Peach
I
sighs,
need
and
to
then
make a
he's...
retcon.
Huh?
Need to make a retcon.
Uh-oh.
The message that so Liff would have written Peach Dad plus Sun Elf, I guess.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like a higher than high elf,
like
or is it specifically of the summer?
It might be just a high elf.
just like another elf, something along those lines.
And then Peach sighs very heavily, and then he says, "Well, the thing is, we've already questioned them, and we should just be glad that they are alive, so we can just put bags on their heads and put them into the guardhouse, where they should be anyway."
Do they know where they are?
Probably not.
As far
Well,
as
that's
I know, they've just been thrown into the cellar unconscious.
So they just think they're in. So they're unconscious.
Currently. But they might wake up soon at this point.
So they have no idea where they are.
Correct. That is why I'm
Alright.
saying we don't need to murder them. That they wouldn't have any idea. We just knock them unconscious or put them to sleep. Take them to the guardhouse. They'll never know where they were.
If they're already unconscious, then we don't have to do anything other than get them out of our basement.
Correct, as long
Yes.
as they're still unconscious.
Are they?
I haven't been there in the last 30 minutes, so I'm not sure.
All right. Well, let me go check, and I'll walk down the basement.
Yeah, they are like stone cold unconscious. They're alive, but like knocked the fuck out, as if they've been
They've been through some stuff.
given.
As if they've got Basil's magic dust or something.
Yeah.
Or
So-
perhaps, oh,
I'll go back upstairs.
Basil's running down just a bunch of aisles. Okay, yeah, I
Oh,
got so
wait.
many.
No, wait, Basil. No, they're still
These-
unconscious.
Yeah, it's to keep them unconscious. We just, shove
think-
some stuff down their throat and they'll be fine.
I think they'll probably stay unconscious. Where is the closest guard tower to here?
Probably like a 15-minute walk.
Oh, I have an idea.
Yes, I have
Oh,
one
wait.
too.
We have a bunch of carts out back for moving a bunch of the Winter's Dead Day stuff. So we can just throw them in the carts and tarp them and then walk them over.
what if we deliver them to the Blackstaff? Because the Blackstaff heads Force Grey, and I'm pretty sure the Xanathar Guild is very dangerous. Wait, these are Xanathar people,
No,
right?
they're
Or are they...
Zentrum.
Zentrum.
Okay. I'm sure the Zentrum are quite dangerous to the city overall, so maybe we can deliver them to her, and she can question them about the Xanathar.
Doesn't seem like a bad plan.
What was your idea there, Callista?
I was going to say that we should take the two of them, try to fit them into the bag of holding, take the bag of holding out of here so no one sees us carrying two bodies out of our basement, and then just deliver them to the guard tower.
Well, only one would fit in the bag right now, and also they would suffocate and die in like 10 minutes. So
Well,
Right.
we can put them in the bag, take them out of the bag, put them into a cart, and then take the cart to either the Blackstaff Tower or to the nearest guardhouse. Does that work?
I don't see any reason why not.
Yes, I just don't think it would be wise for us to be carrying bodies out of our basement.
Yes,
we
but
didn't
they
put 'em
will
there.
be. Yes,
don't-
but they will be inside the bag, so nobody will see us take them out of the bag.
Right, yes, that's exactly. Yes.
Apparently Peach's dad, right? Peach's dad put him there. So, not on us.
To go along with suspicion my character would have at this point, before we decide to put them into the bag of holding and do this whole exchange, I would check if I see any signs of poisoning.
On the unconscious people.
Yes.
I mean, they've definitely been poisoned to keep them unconscious.
Okay, so it's very obvious, so I could bring in someone that's an expert in poisons to tell me what kind of poison it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
Hey, Basil,
Kinda.
it would appear that they were poisoned. Would you mind telling me, using your expert opinion, what type of poison this was?
This is like 15 minutes later as we're both down there. I'm like have the bag of holding over one of their heads and I'm just shoving down really hard. Yeah, I can give it a look real quick if you want.
That would be very
Meanwhile-
helpful.
While the aviary and Basil are talking to each other, Peach is going to look down at Callista because he's a big boy, and he's going to say, "Callista, you accept confessions, right?
I can, yes.
Can I make a confession to you?
Of course.
Well, you know how last night was very, very horrible,
Yes.
and I was very, very angry,
Yes.
and very, very stressed?
Mm-hmm.
I did call my father to tell him I was extremely angry and extremely stressed, and I think maybe this was his way of trying to make me feel better.
And how exactly does that make you feel?
I'm extremely confused. I guess I should be happy that nobody is dead. I mean, I have never seen my father kill anybody before. I think if I said someone upset me very, very much, he might kill them because he is a father and that is what fathers do. But I am glad he didn't do that fatherly thing.
I don't know if. Well. All right. So, you did contact him.
Yes,
He tried to make you feel better by putting people in our basement.
I guess so. Oh, do you think this was a very strange lesson for me? About either deciding to take revenge or not taking revenge for my feelings?
Perhaps?
Hmm. It's too bad Tam is not here because Tam is a parent, and I could ask him about the reasoning behind such strange behavior.
Well, sometimes, Peach, sometimes parents are just older children with smaller children. Sometimes they make things up as they go along.
Do you know any parents?
I know lots of parents, yes.
Maybe we should conduct some interviews once the things calm down a little bit.
I think that would be a fantastic idea, Peach.
Oh my god.
Yes, I am pleased. Or I guess I could go and ask my father what he was doing.
You could always do that, yes.
Hmm.
That would be the most direct way. But do you think he would give you a straight answer?
I think he would say something that would confuse me. Then he would explain it and I would stop being confused. And then one day, perhaps 3 years into the future, I would repeat it and people around me would be horrified.
Yep, that's
Now-
parents. Yep.
Would you actually stop being confused, or would you just tell him that you weren't confused anymore?
Oh, I would stop being confused because he explains things in a very good way.
Oh, well. At least you've got that going for you.
But now it makes sense that there were two people, because it definitely was not him who left a smiley face, well, a frowny face on my sign. Anyway, Callista, that is the end of my confession.
Well, do you feel better now that you've confessed?
You know, I do.
Well, good. Then it was successful.
Do I have to pay you now?
No. But let's maybe go help the boys get the bodies out of the basement.
Oh, yes, let's do that.
Yes.
So we go downstairs and Basil's like doing a poison.
Yeah. Do you want a
Doing a
medicine check
full
for me?
physical on him.
Oh, is it gonna be like an allergy test where you just like poke their backs full of the different poisons and see which ones?
Oh, it's gonna be way grosser.
Uh,
oh,
it would-
oh boy.
First, I gotta make the check.
It would require like a blood draw, and then like, yeah,
Do you want a medicine check for me?
sure.
Cruz, do you want to give me a help with this? So
Yes, I
okay.
would definitely help. I would definitely want to see you succeed here.
After you initially help me, you see me pull out like a brand new. It looks like a polished metal tube. I'm like, I finally finished it last night. I've been trying to figure out how to do little spurts, and I've had like vials with it, and it makes you kind of like perk up momentarily. But I got it, and I like click the top of the lid, and a singular pellet comes out, and then I eat it, and I cast guidance on myself. But now I have a dispenser, it's like a click click click, and a bunch of them come out. I'm like, well, I gotta put them.
Are they
in.
rectangular shaped?
Yeah, they are.
God dang it.
As dispenser guidance.
But I finally cracked it last night, so that's
What
great.
what is the symbol on the dispenser? There's gotta be something on it.
It's a very cartoonish version of Basil giving a wink with the tongue out.
Oh my god.
That's the worst thing I've heard this entire campaign.
I just like
Oh, dirty 20.
inside I'm cringing so bad, but I'm just like, yep, that's great, Basil.
Basil's quickly stuffing them in. He gets out a giant, comically large vial, takes a little bit of blood, just the teeniest amount, to not cause like permanent damage. Quickly like closes up the wound, puts like the alcohol rub and then the swab on it, tapes it on, and then just puts a little bit onto his hand and then licks it, and gets a 22.
Has to lick the damn blood, it's one might think you're a bit of a vampire sometimes there, Basil.
Oh my god.
It's how you get the fruity notes of like the aftertones of what the poison is.
Fruity notes. On blood, you say?
Oh yeah, so a lot of things that go into blood are like, a mix of oil and some type of essence of, some type of ground concoction. So that has to make its way into the bloodstream, and it leaves a lingering taste behind that's really off-putting to a lot of people. But you get used to it.
Myself included.
Do I lick a lot of blood? Yeah. I licked a lot of blood.
Yep, I'll take your expert opinion on the matter. So
You want to taste?
No, I'm good.
Alright.
I mean, I'm good.
It's a good learning experience. This is how I
No,
started.
there's really no need for that. Thank you.
Well, my start was a little bit more messy. Like, that was a brutal
Literally
night.
just like blood's like all over his face. It's just like
No, it was a little tiny bit. It was just a lick off the top of the hand. He's not covered in blood. He's not a monster. He's done this too many times.
So were you able to identify what it is?
Basil, you recognize the uniquely discernible notes of underdark fungus. So, and it is a drow poison.
Basil's eyes immediately go wide, and he goes, yeah, no, it's just it's one of the normal street poisons that they use to knock people out.
Insight.
I'm giving myself disadvantage on.
Gosh dang, you only have to get an 8 or above.
What am I doing here? Deception. I have a 0. Disadvantage if you be so bad.
Oh my god.
4.
I got a 4, and I'm just like,
And then Peach goes.
So Basil, what is it?
This is when
Basil-
Peach walks down.
Yeah, and then Basil. Yeah, Peach walks down and says, "Basil, you're acting very strangely. Are you
Yeah.
acting strangely because you ate so much blood?"
No, I licked the drop of it, and then I tasted, a weird poison from a place that's dark underneath.
Peach goes.
Holy shit.
Peach goes, "Oh,
So like pretty, So definitely, yeah.
So you telling me you can't identify exactly what it is? It's just somewhere under.
It's dark under there. It's
Mhm.
right under. Oh, nope, nope. Okay, it's the drow poison. It's drow poison. It's drow poison.
Very good, Survey. So let's go ahead and take these bodies to. Who did we think we wanted to send them to?
I guess whatever's closest, because we are still having bodies in a cart, right?"
Yeah.
There is actually a guard tower not that far from you.
We'll do the thing too where I'll sneak underneath the tarp and then like sloop the body out underneath the tarp. So no one can see. There's no like transition happening. It's just me crawling underneath the tarp, and then like a thump, and the cart goes down a little bit.
Yeah. While we are getting all of this like set up and stuff, Peach is going to bring up the fact that I'm trying to remember the exact layout of what happened during the really terrible manor blow up at Grailhund Villa,
Mm-hmm.
because I think Callista was the only one who was actually directly spoken to with the Drow captains, right?
Correct.
And Callista did tell us about that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So we know that the scary naked man on the ship
Yeah.
Oh,
sent his
Zardoz.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So we know that
Leaves an
Zardoz
impact.
sent those Drow to help, quote unquote.
Yes. They did say Zardoz Zord sends his regards.
Yeah. So Peach says, and there was a Drow in the basement last time, and now Drow poison this time. So I'm a little nervous that Zardoz Zord is very interested in what we are doing. I mean, this is my best guess.
I mean, it's not a bad theory.
Okay. Well, you'll send off the bodies on a cart to a nearby guard tower. And then I guess whatever you do with the rest of your day will be determined next time.
Yep.
Yeah.
We gotta prepare for a feast. Still.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the days changed.
Yeah, how many
Okay,
days
I-
off is that?
Gotta update all my counts here. All right, so we're on day 8 of the third 10-day.
Mm.
We have 3 days remaining
3 days until the
until
Dead
Dead
Winter?
Winters.
okay,
Mhm.
including today.
3 is counting from today until tonight. So it would be 2 tomorrow, and then
Got
1
it.
the next day,
Yeah.
and then 0 the day after that.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, perfect. I'd say that was a fun session.
Yeah. I love that Basil got that sweet poison triumph. That beautiful, beautiful
Yes.
poison gas.
He finally got one,
I've used
and
it
it ended
3
up
times.
saving us a day and a half session.
I've used it 3 times. It's failed 2 times and has only succeeded when the person nat 1 failed it. So hey, listen, 450 gold down the sink, 1 victory.
I think it was a very important one, honestly.
I'll
of
take it.
all the times for it to succeed, that was definitely the best time though.
I can't even begin to imagine the clusterfuck it would have been without it. I can't. I literally, because Peach and Basil are not persuasive folks. They are not.
No.
They're not in the charisma class.
To be
I
fair,
don't
not
know.
a whole lot of us are.
I truly don't know how that could have gone any other way that would have been so amenable.
I still think it's super funny that we somehow managed to pull off a perfectly non-violent shakedown while the 2 sane people of the group had to do a little shooty.
Yeah,
got
we had to
one.
resort to violence.
1 non-violence. We that's a victory for D&D
Uh-huh.
altogether.
Well, I did commit some property damage.
Yeah, but he'll just take it out that he dozed off and someone threw a rock at him in the street.
Mm. It all just happened so fast.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens next time. Will someone try to investigate the stone some more? Tune to it?
I think
Well-
all of us are just very no, we are not touching this stone ever. It's staying in the 3 jars, the cloth, the tinfoil, the bag.
The pillowcase.
Yeah.
I have a feat as an artificer at like 14 that I won't get like super corrupted by magic items. So can we just get to there first?
Well, maybe the other interested parties might try and come and rob you.
How will they
Maybe.
know? My trap desk is impenetrable.
Well then, Drew, how did you feel about tonight? D&D session?
I loved it. It was great. It's great to be back.
Mm-hmm.
And I will
Did you-
say, the image of Peach and Basil smashing through the cart, and then and then Basil blowing through the binoculars and it not working, and then being like, ah shit, and then blowing through it again
Yeah.
is that's top tier right there. I love it.
Nice. Do you have any stream stuff of your own going on?
Oh, I'll be on Sunday playing Outer Wilds, hopefully finishing it.
Yay.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Or maybe I have another 8 hours to go. I'm not really sure.
You'll get there.
Depends on what more you learn. Yeah. All right. Anything else that you might want to mention before we move on?
I don't think so.
Okay. Just checking.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, do you know something that I don't?
No.
He's got some hidden stream he's gonna do in the background there.
No. Tilted.
Hey.
Thoughts on tonight's session? Any particular highlight or anything like that? And then anything else you have going on that you might want to plug?
So in general, it was one of those very like RP heavy sessions. Like there was combat, but let's be honest,
Mhm.
it was not even a whole round between the two sets of groups. So it wasn't really combat, but it was very fun to go ahead and have these RP sessions. It was nice to have the sudden realization like, oh shoot, we have the two people that are off the rails going after the very proposed target that's most likely the case, and the two people that are more on the satyr side of things and would take it more diplomatically go after the person that may be involved but not sure. And then also the fun fact of them pulling off the perfect non-lethal, it put them to sleep, everything worked out perfectly while we were trying to go ahead and do something more peaceful, and then immediately turned to violence when that didn't shake out. And then finding out there was also a person that worships a specific like god that's really, really, really bad. Hope that won't bite us in the butt later, but you know, fun stuff. Um, in general, is also I feel like there was some extra things we could have honestly gone over, like continuing to follow the pirate lady out of the theater would be one to find any extra leads into the Zentrum stuff, but then likewise, whatever faction that these two are a part of would have been interesting to look into. But I am very happy that we got ahead for a change. We've always been like, man, Shadow, you've been preparing this stuff like weeks in advance because it usually takes us weeks to get to it. But now we actually skipped a couple of sessions. We might actually get through this before episode 40.
Yeah, we hit the nitrous oxide
Yeah.
today and like got a speed boost.
And in general, it was a fantastic time having the little social RP that we had at the matter itself. But yeah, in terms of anything else for me, I'll be streaming Koromon for Saturday and Sunday, and hopefully I'll get it finished within those two streams so I can move on to the next thing.
Nice. Okay. All right. Thank you, Tilted. Hoodie.
It's me.
Any thoughts about tonight's session? Anything that you really loved, or anything that you thought was like, I don't know about that.
The casual group PvP that turns out whenever Peach's dad is brought up is always like mildly enjoyable in the sense of like I never wanted to. I love playing the exact middle of the road of like, oh no, I trust Peach completely because one person very much wants to figure out what's going on. The other person very much is like, no, secrets. I must have them because they are important to my papa. And both sides are fully understandable on why they are. So to get to play in that middle ground of like watching this happen and like kind of lob the ball on one side and lob it to the other is so much fun. I love it so much.
I forgot that Basil's the only one who's made the connection between Cruz's backstory and Peach's backstory, and he's
Yeah.
the only one sitting with this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Basil might have worked out some other stuff as well in this one. So there's some stuff going on. That's great. The Peach said something. Man, I don't remember what it is now off the top of my head, but Peach said something, and I was like, "That's it. That's the line of the." It was such like a small, innocuous, like throwaway thing. For some reason, I can't remember it now, but I'd remembered it up until this point, and I can't. Man, that's gonna bother me for hours.
It was, I think it was when they went ahead and talked about nothing was said last night to their father
Oh,
about the
that
whole
was-
situation of how we knocked those guys out.
I think it was before that. It might have been. I think it was when Peach was having a conversation with his dad. There was something that Peach said that was so snippy and like very much like, "Oh, Peach is growing up a little bit," and I can't. It's all gone.
Oh,
My
is
brain
it? Was it
has
when
drained.
he was when he told his father that he was thinking ugly things?
I think so. It was just. It was good all around. I love the idea because I can always feel the pushback when we're playing a module, fighting against the fact that it's a module sometimes of like there's stuff that has to happen or else
Mm-mm.
you can't. Everything falls apart if you jump over this fence and you suddenly discovered
Yeah.
Stone of Galore when you first start the module. So it felt like that wasn't there this time, which was nice. It felt like it was like maybe a little bit there, but thank you Shadowed for letting it play out the way it did. It felt great to be able to be like, oh, I can put like a finger in this pot. So yeah, that was fun. Drew, if you like the Outer Wilds, I was going to call it the Outer Worlds because those games are just forever linked in my brain. Try the Forgotten City. It's another time loop game. It's great.
Ooh, really?
You have to live a perfect Groundhog's Day of like saving cats from trees and stuff.
Forgotten City, is that the one?
It was a Skyrim mod, and then they made it into a full game.
Oh, okay.
It's like time travel back to ancient Rome.
Yeah.
Is it the one where you fight like golden like guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I've seen. I actually watched. I've streamed that.
It was, but it scratched the same itch as the Outer Wilds for me.
Neat.
Hmm. So depending on how much you remember of that.
Probably nothing. I mean, I completely forgot that he streamed Golden Sun when I was watching you play through it.
Wow, what's this new game called?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went.
I've never seen video games before in my life.
Yeah.
What are those?
Oh, also getting to play a more paranoid person every single week, as more stuff happens to him is great. I leaned
love-
away from being a child because Peach kind of has that square. So it's like, what would happen to a kid that now is exposed to the real world? Oh, mass paranoia.
Hmm. Anything going on for you that you might want to plug? Your own D&D stuff? Anything else?
Yeah, we have D&D on Sundays. We're approaching the end of a module where they fought the last session we played. They fought. I thought I was being mean. It was a adult Draco Lich and a full on Lich, and they cleared it in like 3 turns. And I was like, I gotta nerf some people. I gotta take away
What
some stuff.
level are they?
They're level 14. They're about to be level 15.
Hmm.
I mean, we're getting up there, but I'm like,
Hmm.
I had to step some stuff up. I got to make more things. I got to be mean. I did almost kill them, so at least we got there. But man, it was crazy. It was so much damage. Someone, I think, in their turn did like 230 damage. It was wild. It was a wild
Dang.
game.
Shit.
So yeah, that's
lot
on
of
Sunday,
damage.
where they're going to be fighting what is essentially the Unseelie Queen and the Seelie King. So that'll be fun.
Nice. And Gubby,
Hello.
thoughts? I'm sure you have them.
Yeah, I'm having so many thoughts right now. But mostly I'm still stuck on the fact that Callista finally got high initiative for a change. I'm just like, yes, yes, that's her girl, yes. So yeah,
that
mostly I'm
vigilant
stuck on that.
blessing.
Yeah, and also the fact that I don't think Peach has really gotten to have a character moment with Callista really.
Hmm.
So it was nice to be able to have that little moment of rapport.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I've been trying to figure out an angle in there, and when it came up, I was like, yeah, yeah, I can take it in this direction. Yeah, that'd be kind of great. Yeah, because I was just thinking, would he feel good about lying? No, I don't think he would.
I was
But
trying to angle for that with the basil. I trust you completely.
that's the thing. Peach has a very strong internal compass. I think he would have felt bad even without Basil giving that input. Also, he's just very, very, very confused with. I don't understand the purpose behind my father bringing two unconscious people into the basement. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Um, so yeah, he was also very perturbed and very stuck on that too. Yeah.
Mhm. Especially
Mhm.
considering that Lith saw them this time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he was going ham.
yeah, so he's definitely going to go to his father and be like, I don't think you can visit me anymore. You can't leave me presents in the basement. If you're gonna leave me presents in the basement, you have to look like someone else. Because at least both times he's been in the basement, he's looked like two different people. So there is some plausible deniability here.
It's getting slimmer by the minute.
It is getting slimmer, but I think it would be really, really funny if a different drow came into our basement the next time.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm just like, ah, gosh, dang it! I thought I had this pinned.
Yeah, like I think it would be absolutely hilarious if it like, all right, who visited Lift? Did you see who went into our basement next time? And then it was like, yeah, it was a tall pirate man with no clothes on, and we're like, oh, come on.
We start buying glyphs of warding for every single door.
Yeah. Yeah. But Peach is definitely going to warn his father away from the manor, or at least tell somebody else to show up. Father, you are confusing me. Because at the present moment, he has no idea that his dad is involved in actual larger criminal doings. So currently, he just thinks all these things his dad is doing is like weird parental whimsy. Like, oh, this must be something that drow parents do.
and that
Obviously.
and that frowny face. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, the frowny face was definitely left by his uncle. It all makes sense now.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That was the line. That was the line of the parent said a thing to me. And I'm gonna believe that for 3 years until I say it out loud, and then I'm humiliated for saying it. And I was like, that's the realest.
Then
That's the realest thing I've ever heard in my life.
a
My
horror, and
family,
everyone around me is horrified, is what he said.
yeah, my family did that to me. It was one of those things where it's like you find out something, and I don't remember any of them now because I blocked all those terrible memories from my brain. But oh man,
Yeah, it that is definitely experience on my end as well. I remember just like giving some random story from my childhood or whatever, and then people going, "Oh," and then I'm just sitting there going, "Oh, I feel a breeze on my metaphorical ass." Like,
Oh man.
yeah. But
Okay.
how about you, Shadow? Did you enjoy this session that we
Yes.
apparently jumped ahead on by 1.5 sessions?
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it. I loved seeing uh, how you folks adapted to the different situations and where you took them because I wasn't quite sure what was gonna happen.
that's you gotta grip the table really hard and just hold.
Yeah, what would you have done if we'd followed the wrong person? Like if the entire party had just dived after anybody but the dude who had the stone.
Well, there's eventually ways to guide you back on track.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I was positive it was going to be a double feint and that we were going to pull out a rock from. You said it was a cold, hard rock, and I was like, he got us again. He did it again.
That son of a gun got us again.
I think it's kind of cool that we have so far in this one campaign, we have dragged our feet by like a lot. We've straight up broken the game and had to get it back on track. And now we've skipped ahead. I think the only thing that we haven't done is played, correctly.
What's
not
that?
bad.
That's ew, gross.
Ew, what a ridiculous idea.
I mean, like played as expected in an appropriate amount of time that was
Right,
planned
yes.
for.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we're just that good.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved getting back into the swing of some D&D. We'll have to figure out when our next game will be.
Hmm.
Schedule for this next month and whatnot. So yeah, keep your eyes out on on Arv's calendar / the events in the Discord or my social media for information about our schedule and our next game and all that fun stuff. I sometimes do the streaming thing also, but I was playing D&D with my friends tonight. And tomorrow night I am busy, so I don't know when I'll get back to streaming games on my channel. But you can follow me if you, for some reason, want to see that. Other than that, we'll go into our usual wrap up of saying thanks to Arv for yes, Talos Principle Remastered. I think that releases in April.
It's soon. It's very soon.
Um,
I'm scared to go back to that game.
I mean, I could probably play through all the puzzles in my sleep.
See, I've forgotten all of them because I only did the puzzles last time. I was only half paying attention, so I'm scared.
But yeah, thanks to Arv for hosting our campaign on his channel. Be sure to check out all of Arv's stuff and all of the other commands and whatever in chat. You can find information about. Thanks to Tilted for putting all that stuff there in the chat. Thank you very much. EC is late. Anyone? Might be an option that we can maybe do a raid. So stick around if you want to join us for a raid. In which case, you know what? Hold on. And add. Sorry. Please hold while I write up this thing.
Please hold. Let's go ahead and have an ad break for Raid Shadow Legends.
Hey, sponsor us.
Yep.
Hello.
If Factor wants to bust down my door and give me free food, yeah, come for me.
Yeah, Factor, HelloFresh, all of them.
There we
I
go.
got the most official looking mail I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's like, do not bend under any circumstances. I like because I get a lot of stuff from the government because of disability. I very carefully open it up. HelloFresh, get $180 off your next box. I'm like, what is this? This is like first class mail. What did you do?
Bam, Shadow making a raid just for us here.
Yeah. So it's a combination of the kind of standard Arvanaut raid and also the raid message from my channel. So you, as you can see there, it's the Arvanauts have been sent by the ShadowCrew and have landed and come from the shadows. So if you stick around for that raid, please put that in the chat of the channel that we will raid into. And with that, thanks for watching, and we will hope to see you all from the chat in the chat next time when we play, whenever that is. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.